Really didn't want to climb his cage because it was too hot to see. So the bypass really right now. Go to the manager of the SwampBats.
Baseball is back at Alumni Field, and it's time for the North Adams SteepleCats to come to town to take on the Keene SwampBats. Good afternoon and evening, everybody. I'm Andrew Hillsman. Alongside me, Luke Carter and Luke. Both of these teams have had a lot of success this year. North Adams started off a little slow. Keene, the hottest start in franchise history. And now both teams are firmly in the mix for the NECBL playoffs.
Yeah, the SteepleCats 10-2 in the month of July. They've been firing on all cylinders, and it's been the starting pitching performances as of late. 2 nights ago, Nick Hunkley with a complete game shutout with 12 strikeouts, followed up by Tristan Helmick going 6 innings of one-hit action last night in a win against Vermont. The SteepleCats have been playing some really good ball. They're going to look to try and come into Alumni Field and give the Keene SwampBats their 3rd loss to the SteepleCats of the year.
Keene, only 2 teams they have a losing record to. North Adams is one, Danbury is the other. Keene trying to change that tonight. We'll be back in just a little bit after the national anthem for SwampBats versus SteepleCats here from Alumni Field.
Umpires for tonight's game are Devin Rhodes behind the plate, with Drew Hill and Anthony Benham on the bases. This time, ladies and gentlemen, I'll draw your attention to the area behind home plate. For tonight, the Monadnock Interfaith Pop-Up Choir is here to sing "Let There Be Peace on Earth," followed by our national anthem.
And let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God our Creator, children all are we. Let us walk with each other in
join us in the singing of our national anthem.
All right, it's almost time for SwampBats and SteepleCats. But before we get to the game action, we'll send it down to Ryan Fitzpatrick. Ryan.
Thank you, Andrew. Well, the dog days of summer are officially upon us here in Keene, New Hampshire. I'm not just talking about the weather and how hot it is, but also in the NECBL, and that players are starting to get shut down minute by minute. And not only position players, but pitchers. And speaking with Zach Thompson earlier today, he said the SwampBats have done a great job so far with players stepping up in those roles when spots start to dwindle down. But will they continue that? They hope so. It has happened well so far this season. Now it's time in the last 2 weeks of the season to step up. Back to you guys.
It's the final stretch for the NECBL in 2025 in Keene, and as good of a situation as a team could ever hope to be. Tonight they've got Evan Chafee on the mound. His first start for the Bats. He hails from St. John's, and he's a lefty out of Hamburg, New York. He should be a fun one to watch today.
Yeah, and interesting enough for the SteepleCats, going with 2 lefties back-to-back at the top of the lineup in JT Thompson and Nelfi Lopez. An interesting decision by Mike Gladu, but JT Thompson been a reliable leadoff hitter all year, and Nelfi Lopez, of course, getting the All-Star game nod this season. Been a fantastic hitter for the SteepleCats.
And the SwampBats have some of the best offense in all of the league. We'll run you through North Adams' lineup. And Luke, I'll let you do that. Well, what do we got looking at for the SteepleCats in the batting order today?
As we mentioned, Thompson, Lopez, and then Bobby Stang batting third. Just announced today he will be competing in the Home Run Derby during All-Star Weekend. Very excited to see him and his power on display there, followed by Gabe Natividad in the cleanup spot. Then Corey Robinson batting 5th. Max Polinsky batting 6th. Mike Toth, the designated hitter tonight, batting 7th. Quinn Ahern, 8th. And Owen Arias, the catcher, batting 9th.
As for the SwampBats and their defensive lineup, well, they've got Michael O'Brien, Marshall Lipsy, and Jack Herring, the usual outfield trio. There's a look at the new guy on the block. It's Connor Peak, who is out of Holy Cross. He's committed to play at Georgetown next year, but he's probably going to come off the bench today. He's wearing number 10, a senior from Sudbury, Massachusetts. The infield for the SwampBats is pretty standard. Nick Romano at third. Andrew Bell short. Ripken Reese slots in at second with Manolfi DHing today. And then Chandler Tupou, the first baseman, and TJ Schuyler is doing the catching behind the plate for Evan Chafee. So we'll see how those two get along today. It's at least the second time Schuyler has caught a new guy in his first start. He caught Mikey Fernandez's first start all the way back in June.
TJ Schuyler on the chopping block for that All-Star nomination on Instagram. So go in and get your votes for TJ Schuyler in.
That's right. Go to the NECBL Instagram page to vote for TJ Schuyler. Get our favorite defensive-minded catcher in the league. One of the best defensive catchers in the league in the All-Star game. But here we go. Here at Alumni Field, the first pitch from Chafee is there for a strike. First pitch time, 6:39. Chafee will fire in ball one, and the umpire behind the plate is Devin Rhodes tonight. As the lefty kicks and deals, off-speed pitch, just misses a little high.
And for North Adams tonight, I think it's all about getting deep into at-bats. When this team is patient and they wait for their pitch, they become a very good lineup and start firing on all cylinders.
It's the 2-1 from Chafee, and it's a fastball. It misses the barrel of Thompson, and it's fouled back 2-2. Chafee not the hardest throwing guy, but he has solid movement. The walks plagued him a little bit at school, but high strikeout numbers to go along with it. 61 innings pitched in 2025 for the Red Storm in the Big East. Struck out 50, walked 54, that one fouled off.
Thompson somehow to even get anything on that. He was
No idea.
way out in front of the breaking ball.
Time a 78-mile-an-hour changeup, it looked like. Chafee's ready as the lefty. He kicks and deals, 2-2. That's in the dirt, gets past Skyler and runs it full.
And this is exactly what JT Thompson was looking to do as the leadoff hitter here tonight. Work a deep at-bat, let those guys on the bench and in the on-deck circle see some of Chafee's stuff. Try and get on top early in this one against Keene.
JT Thompson, who was 1 for 5 yesterday, 264 on the season, full count on the first batter of the day, is just outside of the leadoff walk drawn by Thompson. Free passes is going to be something that North Adams needs to capitalize on all night tonight.
And all 3 times these two teams have played this season, North Adams has scored the first run of the game. Of course, the first time they got ahead 1-0 and ended up losing the game 7-1. But the last 2 times they jumped ahead 6-0 in the first 2 innings, ended up winning that as 6-0 game, and then they got ahead 2-0 in the second inning at home the last time these two teams met, and would go on to win 10-1.
Yeah, it all just kind of cascaded together for North Adams in the last meeting between these two teams. So Speedy Thompson is off of first pitch of ball. That misses a little outside.
Lopez had a really good night last night in Vermont. 2-hit game for him. Laced a double hard into the right center gap.
Lopez at Stetson. Here's the 1-0 to him. Just misses. Devin Rhodes is calling balls and strikes behind the plate. At third base is Anthony Benham, and Drew Hill is at first base.
Lopez loves anything on the inner half. Loves to get those hands around fast and turn on baseballs, and then use the speed for extra bases.
See what he's got this time around. 2-0. Early control is just a little bit off for Chafee at the moment. It's 3-0.
Lopez will surely be taking here. North Adams, a team that pretty much never gives the green light 3-0, no matter what the situation is.
No reason you really need to swing this early in the game. Here's the 3-0. That is there for a strike. Nelfi Lopez was ready to toss the bat out, but that one catches the zone.
That's a really good bounce pitch by Chafee right there. He needed it. Can't issue the back-to-back walks to start the game. Now an important 3-1 pitch.
Now he's got to attack. Here's Chafee. He's ready. Looks over to first, and now he'll go home. Swing and a foul ball back our way, and then zips over the press box. We haven't seen one hit the netting yet this year. We've seen one hit on the wood structure, but that one right over the press box.
There's enough room in that camera hole. You can sneak in here, possibly.
Well, so let's not speak that into existence. Thank you very much. Full count, second time in a row. Here's Nelfi Lopez, who was 2 for 5 a day ago. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a foul ball, yes, it was a foul ball. Went off of the foot of Lopez.
Yeah, Lopez knew it immediately. Didn't even bother to start running down to first.
It went off the plate or something, but it was a short little chopper on a fastball from Chafee.
It's a well-executed pitch up and in the zone. Good fight from Lopez, able to just do enough to see one more.
Yep, that's all he needed. Not much you can do with that unless you're absolutely looking for it. As Chafee set again. Here's the 3-2 with Thompson off of first. That misses high, and there's ball 4.
And I said patience would be the name of the game for the SteepleCats. In that big inning last night where they pulled ahead, they were down 1 going into the top of the 9th last night. Went strike for 5 runs, blowing that game open. It all started with 2 back-to-back walks to start the inning. And what have they done in their first inning of play since then? 2 back-to-back walks.
Yeah. It's been something that Keene took advantage of against Sanford last week. 3 straight walks by Sanford starter Nathan Teague, and then a grand slam from Jack Herring. Interestingly enough, in that same game, Jack Herring would go on to get thrown out of the game. So first pitch with 2 on to Bobby Stang. Out of Dayton his last year, late on the fastball, maybe a little indecisive.
Got a warm day outside, facing a lefty on the mound. Just got named to the home run derby today. I think Bobby's trying to send one out of Alumni Field here tonight. Wouldn't be surprised to see some big cuts out of him.
Usually considered a hitter-friendly park. And by usually, I mean probably the most hitter-friendly park in the league. 0-1 to Chafee, or rather from Chafee. Swing and a fly ball down left field. That'll zip on foul, but it was hard hit.
105 miles per hour off the bat of Bobby Stang.
One of those that down and into a righty on an off-speed pitch. Tried to miss low and inside, attacked the back foot. Pulled that too far foul and wouldn't add a distance anyway. Already close to 20 pitches here in this first inning, none away for Chafee. 0-2. That one misses high and away, but good job by Skyler to keep it in front of him.
Stang is the home run leader on the year for the SteepleCats and doesn't have one at home. Unbelievably. All of his home runs on the road this year.
As a team, North Adams 12th in the league with 7 homers. Only North Shore is behind them with 5 to this point. It's the 1-2 as Chafee looks behind him. Fouled back. It makes sense when you look at, one, how North Shore, their team is constructed. They're a big small ball team. They've got a lot of speed, but also just the size of Frazier Field. It's a massive ballpark.
A very expansive outfield.
Now, high wall for a batter's eye. You have to get it over that batter's eye. So you have to, if you want to put one dead center, you basically have to hit it 440 feet, which nobody's going to do. Another 1-2 on the way to Stang. It was 1 for 4 in North Adams' win over Vermont yesterday. Chafee, the lefty, off the third base side of the rubber. Swing and a drive out to left field. O'Brien will look back on it. That one's in the trees and gone. 3-0 early in this one as Stang jumped on it for his 4th homer of the year, and the SteepleCats are up by 3.
I had an inkling, Andrew. Something about it. I had a feeling. Seeing him get named to that home run derby today, I think he wanted to make a statement going into that.
Extends his lead on the rest of the team with 4 now, and just a breaking ball that caught too much of the zone. One that Stang was able to get the barrel to and do a lot of damage with. That one traveled 391 feet, according to our friends at TrackMan. So it's a 3-0 game early in this contest. Still no outs here for the Bats.
And the success continues for the SteepleCats against the SwampBats this season.
Like we mentioned in the open, there's a chopper up the middle. Bell and Reese can't get to it. It'll sneak out to Lipsy, and that's a no-out single for Gabe Natividad. As we said in the open, Luke, it's one of 2 teams in this league that Keene does not have, or that Keene has a losing record to. The other being Danbury, which they've only played once, and Stephen Bangs is going to come out and talk to his pitcher Evan Chafee, who's making his first start at Alumni Field. Just a couple of missed pitches here and there are going to hurt you here. He's got some work to do to try and escape this inning.
That's a very, very tough start. But for North Adams, it's exactly what you wanted to do. I said it right before they started the inning. It's all about patience. You draw those 2 walks, and even Stang in the at-bat that he hit a home run on. It was a deep at-bat. I believe it went 5 pitches. Fouled a few tough ones off before getting the one he liked and sending it a long way out of here.
Chafee started all 14 games he pitched in this past season. He was a 1-5 record with just south of an 8 ERA. In 61 1/3 innings pitched at 60 hits and 54 earned runs. Only 7 homers that he allowed. The strikeouts were there. And in 2024, he had a much better year. Just under 5 in the ERA department in 70 1/3 innings, where he struck out 55 and only walked 29. So the lefty now faces Corey Robinson. There's a pickoff attempt, and back in safely is Natividad. When I saw this story play out here at Alumni Field already once this year, North Adams gets out to a lead early. This time it's 3 runs rather than just the 1. Keene is still yet to hit.
It's a very different team, this North Adams, than that early game the first time these two teams played at Alumni Field.
Keene in the midst of their win streak that tied the league record for most in a row. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Back pick from Skyler, and he just avoids the tag. Good slide by Natividad, but the throw had him beat. That is something that Skyler loves to do, and also why, hey, if you want to see that in the All-Star game, vote for him on Instagram. I'm not going to stop this. This is my job today, and I love it. He is one of the best defensive catchers in this league. That back pick is one of his signature moves. Here's the 0-2. That one's in the dirt, and
right on
Skyler's
cue.
able to keep
Good
it in
pick.
front of him. Yeah, he looks down the line. It's something that I've seen him do at Indiana a lot too, but just when that works and maybe just missing the tag there, a good slide from Natividad, but Tupou was right there to make that tag, and he slid under it. 1-2. Natividad, who has one stolen base on the year. That one misses a little bit. Just a little outside on the off-speed pitch, says Devin Rhodes. Second game in a row that Keene has played in the game that Devin Rhodes has been behind the plate for. Keene had him calling balls and strikes at Upper Valley on Saturday. Here's the 2-2 from Chafee. Swing and a miss, strike 3, down he goes.
That's exactly what Chafee need. Big bounce back. Great job by the Keene staff going out there talking to him, calming him down after the loud start to the game. Good looking stuff throughout that whole sequence to Robinson.
And that's one of the things that is a benefit about having Stephen Bangs as a pitching coach. He was a player with this same team last year, so he knows what it's like to be out there in summer ball, and he's close enough in age to these guys that he's able to relate to them better than really maybe anybody on the coaching staff. Late on the fastball is Max Polinsky, who's playing in his 8th game with the SteepleCats. Out of Wabash Valley College. Originally from Ohio. Midwest guy there. Pickoff attempt. Chafee just kind of lobs it back over.
And Polinsky currently in the transfer portal looking for his new home after his season at Wabash County College. Polinsky's done what he's needed to in the spots he's been called upon while giving this team some much needed outfield depth since he arrived here about 2 weeks ago.
The 0-1, there goes Natividad. Bell lets the throw get away, but Lipsy is there to pick it up and keep the runner at second. So a stolen base, the second of the year for Natividad.
And Natividad, not a guy that goes very often. Saw a pitch he liked, got a good jump on it. Now another runner in scoring position for North Adams.
You talk about it, he's now 2 for 3 on the season in stolen bases. Nothing in 2 to Polinsky, lefty-lefty matchup. Doing some dancing is Natividad. Here's the pitch. This is low. Went with the changeup that time.
Good pitch to lay off of for Polinsky. That's a very tempting one. Down 0-2 in the count. Just trying to put a ball in play here and be productive with it.
Something the Gap has the chance to score Natividad as this is a fly ball left side. O'Brien will ease up on it as it's out of play.
Polinsky batting .286 since arriving on the scene in North Adams.
Not too bad. It's 4 for 14. He's drove in a couple of runs. Had a 0 for 0 performance last night. And he goes down looking on the breaking ball from Chafee. That one moved a ton.
Nasty pitch from Chafee. A beautiful placement right on the outside corner, painting the black. And he's starting to feel himself and regain that confidence.
That's all he needs. The goal for Keene is that they want him to go around 3 innings today, if possible. Natividad leads off a second. This is Michael Toth. Missing a little high on that first offering. He went back to that slider. But it just missed a little high. Toth, 1 for 3 with an RBI yesterday. But, you know, you and I talked about this, a guy who just could not really find himself a hit towards the start of the year. He started to pick it up. 1-0 pitch, waves through it.
Yeah, and Toth had one of the best games he's had all last season. Maybe even more impressive than his double yesterday. He had a fly out off the bat at 98 miles per hour. It's an absolute rocket in the left field that got chased down and caught at Vermont. But that one, man, the ball jumped off his bat, and he's feeling really good the way he's been swinging as of late.
Righty hitter is ready to go as he swings and puts this one in the air towards right field. And Herring will make the catch to retire the side, not before North Adams scores 3 on a homer from Bobby Stang, his 4th of the year. Lipsy, Herring, and Manolfi will start the bats off when we come back.
Turning dreams into reality. In the lab with the formula and chemistry. Your memories spark and motivate and make the industry shake. We put the bars in the place. I'm talking one chance at best, yes. Painting pictures for the culture, keep the brushes fresh. Flip the cover with the drummer, passion never rests. Freedom is a teacher under pressure, now we blessed. Yeah, it's one all, one shot. Now the future is yours. Let's go.
Here we go on the top, or rather the bottom of the first, I should say. As the SwampBats are due up, it's Marshall Lipsy, Jack Herring, and Ty Manolfi who will start things off for the Bats. And that's the look at the SteepleCats pitcher. It's A.J. Petritis out of Lemoyne College.
Yeah, and Petritis, a guy who will eat innings up for the SteepleCats team. Such a nice guy to have in your staff, your pitching staff. Your Mike Gladu goes out there, pitches to weak contact, lives around the strike zone, and he's going to look to keep this 3-0 lead intact for North Adams throughout today's game.
3-pitch guy, the fastest moving 4-seamer you'll ever see, but he's got a slider that moves and is able to place it, and a good changeup as well. He attacks the zone, like you said, gets hard contact, and just really kind of goes to work on guys. We'll see how he fares against this SwampBats lineup, as it looks as follows. Marshall Lipsy is the leadoff hitter. He's in center. Herring, the right fielder, he hits second. Then Ty Manolfi, the man with the best batting average in the NECBL, is hitting third. Ripken Reese, who will also be performing in the home run derby, or participating, I should say. He has 5 dingers. He's hitting in the cleanup spot. Michael O'Brien, who made his return to the lineup last week, is playing left field, hitting 5th. Then Nick Romano at 3rd. He's in the 6th hole. Then 7, 8, 9 is Chandler Tupper, the first baseman, TJ Schuyler, the catcher, and Andrew Bell, the shortstop.
They'll have to go after Petritis, who's coming off, in my opinion, his best outing of the year. 6 innings pitched, only giving up 1 earned run in a doubleheader game. So it was only a 7-inning game, and Petritis was able to go 6 out of the 7 innings, holding Sanford to 1 run in a game that the SteepleCats would go on to walk off in the bottom of the 7th.
Petritis has made 3 starts so far in his 6 games that he's appeared in. 21 1/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 18 hits in that time. Struck out 16 and walked 13. Good enough for a 2.10 ERA, with 8 runs and 5 earned runs given up thus far this year, as that one ricochets off the bat of Lipsy and ends up actually hitting Devin Rhodes, which is a theme that we see here at Alumni Field. We saw Curtis Dugar get blasted by a couple against Sanford last week. 0-1 off speed, misses outside. Goes with that changeup that time. Petritis from Kings Park, New York, a 6'5", 205-pound right-hander. 1-1 is a strike.
That's what he does. He wants to live all over the strike zone, apply pressure on these Keene SwampBats hitters, and not allow them to get the free pass.
1-2, Lipsy will take high and away. That time 87.
And the style of pitching that Petritis has, it does fare very well at Joe Wolf, which is very pitcher-friendly. Interesting to see
extremely
how it fares at Keene.
Swing and a miss on the off-speed pitch, and they'll go around the horn. Strikeout for Lipsy after a 1-for-5 day on Saturday.
And it's not like he can't get the strikeout. He has 16 on the season. That's his 17th. A really good breaking ball there. And for the strikeouts with him, it's not about blowing it past guys. It's using deceptions and mixing up the speeds, getting these hitters off balance, and he did so with excellent efficiency right there.
Here's the switch-hitting right fielder Jack Herring, who took one for a ride his last time here at Alumni Field. 6 homers, leads the team, and I believe is still tied for the league lead in homers. As he hits this one out to right field. At the track, Stang moves back on it, and it's gone! How about 7? Jack Herring starts off the bats hot. It's 3-1.
And I mentioned it. We'll see how this style of pitching fares at Alumni Field. That's a flyout at Joe Wolf, but not here.
And Herring stands alone at the top of the NECBL leaderboards. He's got 7 home runs. Nobody else has hit more thus far in 2025. First pitch he saw, he crushed.
Went down and got that one below the zone, but it did not matter. And that's a huge answer for the SwampBats after giving up 3 in the top half of the first.
See a look at this one. Yeah, he really put this one over the scoreboard, maybe off the top of the scoreboard. First pitch to Manolfi, a hard ground ball over to JT Thompson, who flips to Ahern at first. And there's 2 away.
A good answer from AJ Petritis. 1 pitch, 1 out for the second of the inning. Gotta have a short memory as a starting pitcher.
Absolutely.
He did so there.
Goldfish. Is that actually true? Do goldfishes actually have that short of a memory?
I believe so.
I think that's true. I'm not a goldfish expert. I mean, unless we're talking about the cracker.
Yes.
I am an expert on those. That's for sure.
Which one's your favorite?
Oh, the original.
Extra cheddar.
Okay, that's acceptable, but then you get all like the dust everywhere, and that's the boring part. Like the flavor blasted one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean those are good, but like
you got to be in the right situation.
Yeah,
to eat
you
them.
do.
The original is anytime, anywhere.
Oh, absolutely. 0-1 to Ripken Reese. As diving stop can't be made by Ahern, it gets through on the right side for a single for Ripken Reese.
And Ripken Reese was looking fastball the whole way there, ready to turn on it. I went off the bat at 96 miles per hour.
He got one to hit, and that's what the scouting report has to be for the SwampBats. Petritis is going to give you something to hit, so you got to go jump on it. We'll see what Michael O'Brien has in store after a 1-for-3 day at Upper Valley on Saturday, where he walked twice. He's almost back to 300 in the batting average, has a homer and 12 RBI. Swing and a chopper right side, and this will be the end of the inning as Ahern does it himself. But the Bats get one back. It's 3-1 when we head to the top of the second.
For more information on the All-Star game this weekend, ladies and gentlemen, the SwampBats will have 4 starters in the All-Star lineup for the North, and the North team will be managed by none other than Sean McKenna. Lucky ticket time, ladies and gentlemen, for SwampBats folding camp chair from Fringe & Son, located in Swansea, just south of Keene. Family owned and operated for 75 years, carrying quality furniture in every room of your home. Ticket number 4.
There's some young ball players out there. They're members of the Keene 9U All-Star team who won the state championship against Exeter. So congrats to them. They're enjoying a day at the ballpark.
Memories they'll remember for the rest of their life. Great times.
At least for a little while, until they probably win some more stuff when they get a little older. But
very true.
Absolutely some formative experiences for those young gentlemen. Never got to play much travel ball. I was a rec ball guy. I don't know, did you play?
I played 1 season of travel ball.
1 season of travel ball?
Yeah, it was fun. It's a good time.
Were you a rec ball guy as well?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad we both respect the
it's the most
the pure ball that is rec ball.
Yes.
There's no out there having a fun time.
Very even teams too when it comes to rec ball.
Sometimes you would think, sometimes not, but
okay.
Yes, usually.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're in the NECBL. This is about as far as you can get. Great baseball thus far. A couple of homers. Bobby Stang popped one for 3 runs in the first, and now it's Quinn Ahern, who does not have one thus far this year, but he'll be facing the left-hander Chafee.
It's feeling like one of those games where you can't really feel comfortable with any lead. You have to keep your foot on the gas pedal.
I'm with you. First pitch from Chafee, fouled off and out of play. Against lefties this year, Ahern has only faced a lefty 6 times at bat-wise, and he swings and misses at strike 2.
Ahern has a hit in 4 consecutive games. as his bat has started to heat up in the month of July, as most of the North Adams bats have.
That one spiked in the dirt on an off-speed pitch from Chafee. Struggled with the control a little bit throughout the early stages of this contest, but working out those first start jitters maybe. Started plenty of games with St. John's. This one's hit well out to center field. Lipsy with a beat on it, and it gets down in front of him. He can't get there quick enough.
It kind of almost felt like Lipsy had a tough time reading that one off the bat.
Might have.
Hold up a little early there, as that one hung up longer than I think he expected it to.
From Central Connecticut State University.
So decently well hit ball, but
Owen Arias.
yeah, like you said, just sort of maybe confused him a little bit. Can be tough to read, especially at this time of day, as this is now Owen Arias. His first pitch is down and in and gets away from Schuyler. He'll get a new baseball. Arias 108 on the year with 3 RBI. The hitting for North Adams doesn't jump off at the page at you, but the ERA solid. Actually, it's lower in the league as well, but they find ways to win games. High and away for ball 2. You look at the ERA 560, which is 11th in the league, but now they're close to 500, which is something
very inflated by a 27-2
now
game.
That did happen. Yep, I do remember that. Yep. We were here and I was watching that. I was doing some sideline reporting for that game, as that one was. How long did that game end up being? 4 hours?
It was longer.
Longer than that?
It was
4
about
and a half?
like
Oh my.
5:08. I think was the exact time.
See, we've had a 4.5 hour game here, but not 5 hours, and I really hope we don't get to that point. 2-1 misses down and in. Yeah, last week we played. Now there weren't any delays in that game, were there?
No delays
Nope,
in that
no.
one, but
Yeah.
it just dragged on
Four
forever.
hours and 31 minutes was the 15-10 bout from Keene in Vermont last week. 3-1 misses a little bit inside for ball 4. And the funniest part about that game is you wouldn't ever guess it. It occurred right here, but there was not a single home run hit in that entire game.
Wow.
25 runs combined and not a single ball went over the fence.
How does that happen?
At Alumni Field, I don't know.
Baseball is so intricate.
It's odd, man. It's odd.
That's what makes it awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Looks like a little bit of action going on in the SwampBats bullpen. Not sure who it is, but they're having some discussion down there as there's 2 runners on after the single from Ahern, and now a ground ball on the right side from Thompson. Reese over to second for 1, to first for 2. They got the double play.
Just so smooth. The middle infield pairing there of Reese and Bell, making the spin move, an excellent throw right on the money. Bell with the quick transfer, and that is exactly what Chafee needed on the mound.
And you like the utility of Ripken Reese if you're Sean McKenna. Look at this play. Turns around, makes a great throw, and then Bell, a strong arm, and a great stretch from Chandler Tupou. That is an all-round excellent play. 90 feet away from scoring are the SteepleCats, but there's 2 away after that double play. That is huge for this inning. As Ahern moved over to third on that double play, and now the batter is Nelfi Lopez, who drew a walk and was scored on that staying homer in the first. Be great if Chafee can get through this one. Here's a ground ball, left side, Romano will have to hustle to throw. It's in time, and that's what Chafee will do. He'll get out of the inning, created himself a little bit of a jam, but induced some soft contact, and it's a scoreless inning for the SteepleCats. 3-1 as we head to the home half of the second with Romano, Tupou, and Schuyler up to the plate.
At M&T Bank, we believe in the power of together. Together, we can help your business grow. Together, we can move communities forward while giving back. Together, we can help your family spend more time on what matters most. And together, we can achieve more than ever before.
Well, after an 11-pitch first inning from A.J. Petritis, the SteepleCats still have a 2-run lead. It's 3-1 with Romano, Tupou, and Schuyler up to the plate.
Yeah, Petritis only threw 11 pitches in that inning, and yes, he gives up the solo home run, but that's something he's going to live with because he's not going to mess around and throw walks to guys. He wants to attack hitters and get out of innings quickly like we saw in the first.
Petritis has a ERA of 2.11 coming into this game. Be a little higher now after that homer from Jack Herring, which was his 7th on the year, and gave him the sole lead of the home run hitting leaderboard this year in the NECBL. This is Nick Romano, a guy who has 1 homer on the year, but has been really squaring up the ball as of late. As he hits this one, a liner out to center field, and Robinson makes the play on the line. Hard hit ball off the bat that time at 93, just kind of an atom ball, 1 away.
You said he'd been squaring up balls, and he proceeded to do it about a fraction of a second later.
I speak the truth.
It's an unfortunate one, as it was right into the glove of Corey Robinson. He had to take half a step.
I see the future, my friend. I don't think I'd actually want to see the future.
I don't think so either.
I don't think I'd want to. Then it would make our job not very fun. Tupou flies this one out to left field, and Polinsky barely has to move for it. And is that 2 pitches and 2 outs?
2 pitches,
yes,
2 outs, and the fielders had to take a combined 1 step to make those out.
Yeah, that sounds right. That time Tupou a little under that, and Schuyler up to the plate. Hey, if you haven't forgotten yet, it's time that you should vote for TJ Schuyler to go to the All-Star game. You can visit at the NECBL on Instagram and find the post that has the SwampBats logo in it. Go to the comments on your phone and click TJ Schuyler's name to send him to the game.
And I like that fastball right down the middle there from A.J. Petritis. You have a good feeling that Schuyler's taking, as it's been 2 pitches, 2 outs, and now you jump ahead and you can go to your other stuff.
He has 2 homers on the year with 9 RBI, hitting a little bit below 200, but in the last 10 or so games, it's been a lot better. Just more consistent for one of the SwampBats catchers. Now over the last 10, 364, and he's hitting 169 on the season. It's been, the last 10 games have been a lot of fun for Schuyler.
11 strikes to just 2 balls for Petritis so far.
Petritis could go deep into this game. Ground ball, left side, picked up by Natividad. Shuffles and throws, and there's 3 away. That will end the inning. We're through 2 pretty quickly here in Keene, as the SteepleCats will head back up to the plate in the 3rd.
All right, fans, you know what time it is. It's everyone's favorite Dizzy Bat. Y'all gonna line up, and when I start counting down from 10, I want you to start spinning around the bat, okay? Everyone ready? All right, start spinning. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 and a half, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Race to Ruby! Run! Run! Oh, purple orange! Oh, it's a close race! It's a close race!
There's a look at some of the SwampBats interns. Hello, Brett Robinson. There's Kendra Parrotsman as well. And Ribby's back there as well, and it's a fun day always at Alumni Field. The Dizzy Bat race, as the kids are recovering from their dizzinesses. And here's Evan Chafee, who had a much better 2nd inning, stranding 1 for the SteepleCats. Both teams have stranded at least a runner in this game. But you talked about it right after we headed to break in that 2nd. It feels like that double play and then the quick ground out from Lopez may come back to bite the Cats.
Yeah, it felt like a big missed opportunity, especially because you get the leadoff single and walk from your 8-9 hitters. You should be going crazy, salivating over the fact it flips back to the top of your lineup, who had 2 walks, and then Bobby Stang hits a home run. Instead, you don't even get to Bobby Stang in the inning after the double play. He just deflates you a little bit. but he's going to come up to the plate here. We saw the damage he did in the first. See if he can do it again.
We'll see what Evan Chafee has. Maybe he had much better control, put balls in the zone that last inning, and he was relatively effective in just getting outs. That leadoff single from Ahern, but then he battled back, and like we talked about earlier, got to have that short memory, and some fellas having some fun in the dugout. Ryan Jaros off to the left. Everybody, a lot of these guys played a little golf outing yesterday. It was a little golf thing, and they had a lot of fun. Some of them, Jaros was telling me that he was like, I was done after 12 holes. It was just too hot. Well, yeah, I can't blame you. But I've yet to figure out who the best golfer on the team is. I think if I asked around, I'd get a lot of different answers. Just, you know, baseball players are
very competitive in everything
are.
other than baseball as well.
Yeah.
You know, the SteepleCats, they love bowling.
Do they really?
They're a big bowling team.
Okay. Do you think they have the best set of bowlers in the NECBL? Would you be willing to bet that?
I would have to guess with how often they go and play.
Yeah. Is there local lanes in North Adams that are pretty good?
Yes.
Big fan of those?
I haven't been myself.
You haven't been? How have you not been?
I don't know. I gotta go. You're right. Before the end of the year, I gotta make one trip.
You got plenty of time. You have plenty of time. 0-2 to Bobby Stang, who hit a homer, his 4th of the season in the first inning. Put the Cats up 3-0. Just fouled that one off and did a good job to keep the hands back long enough to get to it.
And that solo home run living large in the mind of Chafee, but a great job to get ahead 0-2 and attack Stang.
0-2 in the dirt. Nice block from Skyler. He'll get a new baseball. The thing about just these early game struggles for Keene is that they have a potent enough offense to where they are going to be comfortable. Hey, if we're down 2, we're down 3, we're okay. We can bounce back. 1-2. This is high and away. It's 2-2 now.
I think Stang's going to be looking to do damage on this 2-2 pitch, expecting it in the zone.
Stang was 1 for 4 with a strikeout yesterday. And he tips the curveball through the legs of Skyler. Just got a piece of it to stay alive.
That's got to be frustrating for Chafee. That's the perfect pitch to get the strikeout on right there. Got the chase on the breaking ball down below the zone, but Stang able to just get a little piece. And now Chafee's probably going to have to come in the zone here.
A bit of action, just some happenings down there in the Bats bullpen. Looks like there's some kids throwing their own bullpens down there. Not in the fence, and there was also a young lady balancing on the tarp roll, which I think I would hurt myself if I tried to do, so I won't. That's why I'm up here. 2-2 to Bobby Stang, as here comes Chafee. Goes with the off-speed, popped out of the hand a little early.
Second full count that Bobby Stang has worked into. We know what he did last time he was here.
Went pretty well for him. Swings and misses at the full count offering, and now there's one away here in the 3rd. Big strikeout for Chafee.
That's got to feel amazing for Chafee, blowing it right by him, ramping up the velocity at the top of the zone. Perfect location on that pitch, right at the letters. A big strikeout in first out of the inning.
Let's see what Natividad has against the lefty Chafee. Natividad 4 for 13 against lefties on the air is a pick in the dirt from Skyler. Zips it right back to his pitcher, Chafee. Chafee has been given the new guy moniker. Well, actually, he used to be the new guy. As this one's hit high into the sky, left field. O'Brien looks after it and makes the play. He had the new guy moniker until Connor Peak came in. We might see him off the bench later in this one, but it's something that gets passed down. I heard him called Old New Guy earlier today. That was pretty funny.
That's good.
This team has fun, man. They're a group of fun-loving guys. Fun to be around. First pitch to Corey Robinson as he grounds this one. Diving stop by Romano, has to pick it up, and he'll throw over to first. Tupou jumps in and gets away as Romano rushed the throw, and that'll be a free base for Robinson.
And Keene, lucky they have that out-of-play line instead of a physical fence there. if there is a physical fence, Robinson probably gets all the way to third.
So it'll probably go as a single and then reaching on an error by the third baseman Romano for Robinson. That'll bring up Polinsky, the left-handed hitter.
And we've seen Polinsky come through with 2-out RBI singles 2 times this season. Once at Danbury, once at Vermont. Try and repeat that success here and get a huge insurance run early on in this one. He can find some outfield grass.
First offering from Chafee, lefty-lefty. Swing and a liner, down. One hops to O'Brien's glove, and they'll have to stop Robinson at third with the very strong arm of Michael O'Brien patrolling left field.
Absolutely the right decision. Robinson would have been gunned down by a mile. It's unfortunate because, especially with 2 outs in the inning, you're so tempted to send him home. But
you want to get that run across. I think later in the game, maybe you get a little bit more desperate, especially if you're trailing, but SteepleCats relatively comfortable right now. This brings up Michael Toth, 107 hitter on the year. Has hit lefties a little bit better, 1 for 5 at bat-wise, and this may be the end of the day for Evan Chafee, as we'll see if there's a motion made over to the bullpen. Sean McKenna's out there, and we'll see if he takes the ball away. Not sure who's readying there on the side, but yeah, this will be the end of Evan Chafee's first start as a Swamp Bat. Didn't go as he hoped, but the Bats still have a 2-run deficit to work with. John Malone is going to come in relief on the other side of this break. John Malone will take over on the mound. The hard-throwing right-hander out of Fairhope, Alabama, goes to Samford University, and he'll take over with a 2-1 record on the year in 9 appearances. He's started 2 games, thrown 15 2/3 innings, allowed 17 hits in that time. Struck out 15, however, for a 4.59 ERA. So the lefty's day is done, and Chafee struggled with the walks a little bit to start, reined that under control, and then North Adams' bat started to hit him around a little bit, but 2 outs with Malone now into the game. That's the positive for the Swamp Bats if they're looking for one here.
And a big opportunity here for Mike Toth. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Want to get to the new pitcher quickly and make it a 3-1 lead once again.
Malone last pitched against Vermont in that marathon game. He actually started that game, only went a third of an inning, allowed 2 runs, both earned on 3 hits. That game, that kind of set the precedent for that game. Luke, you won't believe me, but both starters in that game combined to throw a third of an inning.
Wow.
Yeah. Owen Tank for Vermont he did not record an out. And he allowed 3 runs on no hits and 2 walks. Yes, you read that correctly.
You said 25 combined runs in the game?
Yeah, 15-10, Keene won that. It was 15 runs on 16 hits on 1 error for the Swamp Bats. They left 19 on base.
It's pretty incredible.
Vermont had 10 runs on 10 hits. They left 7 on base and committed 8 errors. It was a baseball game of all time. That's for sure. As Malone from the stretch with runners at the corners, he inherits that situation. First pitch to Michael Toth in the dirt. Great block by Schuyler, but it sneaks away from him. Throw to Malone, and Malone can't make the tag. It's 4-1 SteepleCats.
And Robinson had to get held up on the Polinsky single, but getting to third base. It proves the decision to hold him up was a great one as he scores on the most likely wild pitch.
That is absolutely a wild pitch. First pitch from Malone just kind of spiked it a little bit in the dirt, and it's 4-1 in favor of the SteepleCats. Still a lot of baseball left to be played as Polinsky moves up to second. So 1-0 to Toth. He fouls it off, kind of golfs at it. It goes out of play. That will be a wild pitch. It's 1-1 with Polinsky at second base after his single. There's Malone's kick and deal. Pulls the off-speed route and misses low. John Malone heading into his sophomore year at Samford. He's been a really reliable piece for the Bats this year, just eating up innings. It's a 2-1. This is down and away. I want to avoid the walk here, but you do have the base open. Swing and a miss. That makes it full. It's a great off-speed offering from a guy who has a really nice live fastball in Malone.
What a battle. Immediately inserted in the game. See if he can get Toth.
See how it goes. 3-2, two away. Goes with the fastball and misses it in the dirt. So runners at first and second with Ahern up to the plate now.
And a great job to extend the inning, keep it going. Don't make things easy as the new pitcher comes into the game. You make him work. Gives up the unearned run as the run comes in to score on the wild pitch. And then he issues the walk. And Ahern can really deliver a big body blow right here if he can come through with a hit.
Ahern would like to put one over the fence. He hasn't done so this year as he jumps at the first pitch and fouls it out of play.
He was having some trouble with the elbow pad yesterday. He ended up taking it off mid-at-bat, throwing it into the dugout, going without it.
I wonder if he'll do it again here, but against a hard thrower like Malone, I would be hesitant to if I were in his situation. But maybe he's got more confidence than I do. 0-1 from John Malone. Goes with the off-speed pitch and pulls the string. 0-2. Great offering. I mean, that is just dirty. Ahern looking to keep the inning alive after one already came across on a wild pitch. 0-2. Tupou on the ground, picks it on a hop and throws to Malone, who covers the bag. An excellent play from the SwampBats first baseman to end the inning. Nice, beautiful clouds. Big ones off in the distance. We're pretty free of weather here. It started to cool off a little bit, which is nice to see, as it's been pretty successful thus far for the SteepleCats. As they forced Chafee out of the game earlier, there's Chafee talking with Stephen Bangs about what he can change for his next start. the stuff is absolutely there for Chafee. We saw it with those strikeouts. But North Adams just came out hot at the plate. They put some good swings and some balls and got good results. And now Keene trying to do the same against AJ Petritis, who has been extremely efficient.
It's 14
thus far.
It's 14 strikes to 3 balls, I should say, so far through this game. 17 pitches and 2 innings of work. And yes, he did give up the solo home run, but he has been all over the strike zone. He's just trying to give this SteepleCats team as much length as possible. There's been some struggle with all the turnaround in the bullpen for North Adams. So the deeper he gets in the game, better chance the SteepleCats will have to win.
And Andrew Bell hits this one hard on the line, on the ground, but Natividad throws it over to first for the out. Andrew Bell has been crushing the ball and hitting it pretty hard as of late, but this is continuing to be a trend, not going very deep into at-bats. Bats are very early count happy here, and it's led to extremely efficient pitching from Petritis.
And Natividad has just been so sure-handed at the hot corner all season long. The guy that AJ Petritis loves having behind him, making plays for him.
See what Marshall Lipsy has in store. Looks at a strike. Second offering misses on an off-speed pitch in the other batter's box. Smaller crowd here at Alumni Field, but still plenty of people. It's all faith night here at the ballpark. Celebrating all the different sorts of congregations and religious groups here in Keene. This is a makeup game from July 2nd as Lipsy waves his strike 2. This game was supposed to be played around 13 days ago, but it got rained out. It was a weird weather day. One of those touch and go. It got canceled pretty late, but it was the right call, as it did end up raining pretty hard, if I remember correctly. Not sure what it was at around in northwestern Mass, but it was pretty rainy here. 3-2 to Lipsy. Swing and pops one out the foul territory on the left side. Stay alive, a little late on that. Petritis can get a quick second out here. How big is that? 3-2 on its way again. High fly ball, right field, back at the wall. Stang looks up, and it is gone! Marshall Lipsy, his second of the year, and the Bats have 2 solo shots. It's 4-2 in the third.
He just got a fastball, caught a big heart of the plate. He did not miss it, pulling it up on out of here off of the building.
That's what happens when you go down and into a left-hander with some power like Lipsy. His second homer of the year, and the Bats are now within 2 with Jack Herring to the plate. So maybe a chance to go back-to-back.
You can see Petritis, he's not phased at all. He's ready to go, standing on the mound,
Yeah, he's
waiting until he can throw that next pitch.
First offering to Herring. Misses upstairs.
Really close pitch right there.
No.
Probably feeling some frustration.
Yeah, he zipped that one in there at 89. That's his fastest pitch of the day. There's the 1-0. Ground ball through the gap on the left side, and that's a base hit.
Saw Herring leave the yard earlier this time. Just a really good approach.
Goes the backside to it.
Putting the ball where the fielders aren't.
And Manolfi will step in with, I don't know, for one day. Sitting right around 400 on his batting average for the season. And he is an all-star at the designated hitter position. I'd say that's pretty well deserved when you're hitting above 400. But how about Marshall Lipsy? Mashing one out to right. Hasn't had a home run. Feels like almost a month. Pickoff attempt, and Herring just kind of struts back in. Yeah, Lipsy towards the top of the team in batting average, but hasn't had a home run since at Vermont on June 23rd. Or no, against Vermont on June 23rd in a 17-11 game. Foul tip from Manolfi. Manolfi has been so solid this year that, you know, it's not something that I don't think anybody really expected, maybe except for him, and he earned himself a commitment to Boston College to play ball in the ACC next year, partly because of his outstanding statistics at Dayton, and also I imagine that his performance with the Bats thus far this summer hasn't hurt his sort of player profile. He was named the NECBL Player of the Week yesterday, and the leader in batting average. And Kyler Baxter, who's on a rest day today for the SteepleCats, is right there in second. 1-1 with Herring leading off at first. Just misses. So great spot from Petritis, but Manolfi steps away. Dangerous Ripken Reese on deck. Petritis needs to get back to his efficiency. Here's the 2-1. Goes with the breaking ball. That's there. So 2-2.
Looking to get that ground ball either at Natividad or Lopez or Thompson. Trying to end this inning before it can even get to Reese.
2 balls, 2 strikes. There goes Herring, and he'll have to head back to first on the foul ball.
And Keene obviously trying to run to stay out of that double play if there's a ball on the ground.
Some fresh baseballs over there on the first base dugout. That's what Devin Rhodes will do. Keene coming in this game scoring just under 6 runs a game. North Adams at just under 5. The best batting average as a team at 263 for the Bats. For the Cats, 212. Big off attempt, and Herring doesn't even have to get his jersey dirty. Just the difference in the way these two teams are built is fascinating. As he slices this one foul and stays alive at 2-2 again. Just the effectiveness of Manolfi. He's able to work through both sides of the field and just make something happen, especially in these 2-strike counts. Chopper to the second base side. Thompson picks it up over to second for 1, and they'll say Lopez dropped the ball on the transfer, so Manolfi is safe at first.
That's a tough break for North Adams and AJ Petritis. That's exactly what the doctor ordered. They're looking to roll up 2 there, but unfortunately it falls out of the glove of Nelfi Lopez, and the inning continues on with an ever so dangerous Ripken Reese as the tying run coming to the plate.
So Manolfi will reach on a fielder's choice. It's a 4-2 ball game after Lipsy hit the second homer for the Bats of the day. Manolfi back in sliding. That was close. Drew Hill says he's safe, and he scampers back to his feet. Fresh count to Ripken Reese, who's hitting from the left-hand side of the plate against the right-handed pitcher Petritis. He's got power from both sides. He's displayed it this year. I wonder if he'll pull a Cal Raleigh in the home run derby and hit from both sides. First offering, swings and misses. Hard swing there from the Kent State utility man, who has been, in his second year with the Bats, just a mid-season bloomer as he hits this one pretty hard out to left field. It is easily foul. It's now 0-2 with 2 away. A free souvenir for a couple of people walking in. I see you pulling up the Upper Valley Maxfield Sports Complex dimensions. I don't think we're going to see a lot of home runs in that derby. It's a tough place to get the ball out at. As this will end the inning, a clean play from JT Thompson, and they get the out at second. Bats get one back again. It's a 4-2 game when we head to the top of the 4th with Luke Carter on the play-by-play mic.
Third, I go second.
All right, SwampBat fans, tonight's Brushing the Bases is brought to you by Spoonwood Dental. Let's give Ruby and Kenny a big hand. Like a nice set of teeth, bases need to be thoroughly brushed at least twice a day. Thanks to Spoonwood Dental, Ribby brushes every day to keep his big smile looking great for all of his pictures. Just like Ribby, make sure to visit Spoonwood Dental for all of your dental needs.
Lucky ticket time, ladies and gentlemen. For SwampBats Ice Shaker. Ticket number 556 8765. 556 8765. And swap shop.
Welcome back from Alumni Field. Luke Carter joined alongside by Andrew Hillsman. And what a battle it is in the North Division right now, currently. And Keene SwampBats far ahead of everyone else at 22-10. But that middle of the pack bunched up. The Mainers, the Nighthawks, and the SteepleCats. The Mainers at 15-15, the other two at 14-16. And guess what, Andrew? Those two teams playing a doubleheader tomorrow, SteepleCats and Nighthawks. Doubleheader at Joe Wolf tomorrow. Might be the most important day of the season.
It's a big series between those two teams. And it'll be interesting to see how that one shakes out. But Keene, a stronghold at the top of this division. They have the best record in the league right now as well. Looks like there's some hacky sack going on between some members of the SteepleCats bullpen.
There's always some hacky sack going on with the SteepleCats bullpen. That's their favorite game.
Yep. We talked about bowling earlier in this one, and good, probably 60% of the SwampBats big into the game Mafia on the bus.
Yep,
that's a big one.
Absolutely the same for the
very
SteepleCats.
large games on the bus. They're always fun.
The first pitch to Owen Arias, who takes this one up above the strike zone. Do you get in on the games ever?
I do, actually. Do you?
I do too, yeah.
Good, okay.
See, I usually, at first, I was never getting picked for roles. I've just started recently getting added into the mix. The 1-0 misses upstairs.
I have quickly developed a reputation as one of the worst cops in the game. I mean, it's just terrible. It's a total disaster anytime I'm picked for that role. It's just bad news. It's all in good fun, though. It's a fun way to pass the time.
Absolutely, as the 2-0 pitch is in there for a strike.
Could also help this team. It really surprised me, just everybody came together so quickly as a group. I think partly the winning streak helped that, but also just, you know, good group of guys, a couple of guys that really bring everybody together. It's a great group. Really entertaining to just kind of watch that throughout the year, and we're in the late stages of it. Hard to believe, but you know, it's great. Some guys come and go, but there's always, you know, there's that set of core guys who are, you think SwampBats, you think these couple of dudes. And
absolutely, that's what the NECBL is all about, playing summer ball. Great memories for everyone involved. Here's the 2-2. Strike 3 in there. Malone sits down Arias.
That's a great pitch. And Malone has had an outing this year where he really got him humming on the strikeouts. It's the first of Malone's day, but probably not the last, especially if he can keep going at this pace.
So the lineup will flip over. The leadoff batter, JT Thompson, up for his third plate appearance. He walked in the first, came around to score on the staying home run, and then hit into a deflating 4-6-3 double play in the second. Looking for his first hit of the day. Here's the first pitch, and he fouls it off.
And you see the speed of Thompson. He's stolen 5 bags on the year. You see Nick Romano down the third baseline, playing almost on the grass, trying to prevent a bunt from being successful.
Thompson, not a guy you see lay him down very often.
And now Romano will back up.
Here's the 0-1. Thompson grounds this one to the shortstop Bell. He fields it cleanly, throws over to first in time for the second out.
Nice and clean. That's what you come to expect from Andrew Bell over there at short. And already quick two fast outs from the SwampBats. That's what they need. They need a quiet inning to try and get those bats back up.
Malone looking to send the offense right back up there as they've been slowly chipping away since giving up that 3-run home run in the top of the first. It's 3-0, then 3-1, and 4-1. Now sits at 4-2. Nelfi Lopez will try and keep the inning alive for North Adams. Here's Malone's first pitch. That misses below the strike zone.
Yeah, maybe just hung on to it a little too long that time. Asked for a new baseball. Clearly didn't like something with it.
Lopez walked his first time up and would ground out in the second inning. an all-star reserve this season. Here's the 1-0. Lopez hits this one high out the air into left center. Running back is Lipsy, and it is gone. Nelfi Lopez with his first home run of the season.
That ball was crushed. 376 down in the zone. Got one he could hit and took it for a ride with 2 outs. That's a big swing of the bat here in the middle stages of this one.
Lopez showing off the opposite field power.
Yeah.
As he continues to stay hot in the month of July.
Well, it's so tough to send that one the same way as it's down and away to a left-handed hitter in Lopez. And he just took it for a ride. 380, almost 380. That is easily getting out at a lot of ballparks, especially Alumni Field. Just one little mistake pitch, and then that's not even too bad of a miss from Malone. That's just a great piece of hitting from Lopez. And we'll see if Stang can do the same. A little swinging bunt action there.
It felt like it was due for Lopez. He's been hitting balls so hard all season long. It's kind of been the launch angle with him. A lot of low line drives throughout the season. Got under one there with enough power to send it out, and that's got to feel really good for the all-star Nelfi Lopez. It's the 0-1, and Stang's out in front. Falls behind 0-2 quickly.
As long as Malone is tricking guys with the off speed and then that fastball that has good life on it, he's going to operate very well. But when guys are able to pick it out right from the hand, then there can be problems.
Malone kicks and fires. That misses in the dirt.
Especially late in counts when guys know they're going to have to get a pitch that they can hit because the pitcher wants to avoid a walk. Sometimes that can be a struggle as well.
Malone comes set. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Stang fights it off.
You see, he was very early on the breaking ball, but got out in front and just kind of tipped it behind him. Tividad on deck. The further this
it was looking like an
inning can go,
extremely quick inning.
Exactly, right. A couple of fast outs and then a hard hit ball changes a lot of things.
Already the 4th home run of the game. The ball is flying at Alumni Field. 2 by each side.
Not a surprise, especially how hot and humid it is today.
The 1-2. Stang grounds this one on the left side. Fielded by Romano. He throws over to first. And that will do it for the top of the 4th inning, but not before Nelfi Lopez with a solo shot. 5-2 our score. We go to the bottom of the 4th.
What I'm looking for in a bank is one that's looking out for me, like NBT. I want a relationship and a team that supports me and my dreams, like NBT. And let's face it, life can get challenging. I need a bank that's focused on me. They've been rated tops in all the things that matter, like trust, customer service, and financial advice. So when I need a bank I can trust, it's always NBT and me.
Rondé Barber here. Being in the NFL for 16 years, I've dealt with my fair share of bumps and bruises. But typical ice packs never stayed cold long enough, were messy and inconvenient. HurtSkirt offers the same long-lasting treatment as ice does, but without the hassle. HurtSkirt uses no antifreeze chemicals, ensuring that panels freeze solid and stay colder for longer. Drop the ice, skirt the hurt. Use code BARBER20 for 20% off and free shipping at hurtskirt.com.
Back for the bottom of the 4th inning, and AJ Petritis going back on the hill. He's worked very efficiently. It's been 2 solo shots, the only blemish on his record today. And Keene will look to continue to crawl back, but Nelfi Lopez helped him out, pushing the lead back up to 3.
Yeah, tremendous job from Lopez to put that one out the other way. And that's what North Adams needed at this point in the game. They've got the middle of their order coming up in the top of the 5th, and we'll see what Keene has in response. I think they want to maybe, if O'Brien can get on here, that's the catalyst for the rest of this inning. They had a quiet second after that solo shot in the 1st, and then a solo shot in the 3rd. And the rest of this game says they might have a quiet 4th, but they want to change that, and they've got a couple of good guys to do it with O'Brien, Romano, and Tupou due up.
Petritis working quick as always as we're underway in the bottom of the 4th, and that misses down and away for ball 1.
Nice take from O'Brien. Bright blue bat today. Arkansas Little Rock man is...
That one's in there at the top of the zone. Fastball. located well from Petritis to even the count 1-1.
It's been his last couple of years at Mississippi State. But hoping to find some good experience at Little Rock, which has a very solid program to their point. They made a tournament appearance, a couple of tournament appearances.
Petritis kicks and deals. Out in front is O'Brien, and the count's even 2-2.
It's always fun to see those sort of satellite schools in baseball and some other sports have really solid D1 programs.
Petritis kicks and fires. O'Brien grounds this one right back, AJ, but he fumbles it, throws over to first, gonna be a close play, but it's in time. Petritis able to stick with it and make the first out.
Yeah, he got a little unlucky on that beat, did Petritis, but he's been so efficient that only 42 pitches up to this point. Keene just needs to start taking some longer ABs, which is, O'Brien did a better job of that there, but ground out, maybe a little disheartening, but they've still got a lot of time left to work in this game.
So Nick Romano will be the batter. Here's the first pitch. Misses off the plate.
Rocking his torpedo bat that he's rocked pretty much all season.
Have you talked to him at a ball?
Actually, I talked to him about it today, and I'm like, hey, well, you notice the difference? He's, yeah, it's like, I think there is definitely a difference, especially when you catch the sweet spot. But I was doing some reading about it, and when guys get their bat fit to their swing, that's when the torpedo really has its effect, because they can change, the people who are actually smart in this world can change the location of the sweet spot on the barrel to suit a guy's swing. And that's something you see at the major league levels, not really here in college ball.
This one's hit high in the air, out to deep right center. Moving back is Robinson, and he'll watch it go. The torpedo bat coming in handy.
Maybe he doesn't need one that's customized to his swing. He's gonna blast baseballs either way. His first homer in just under a month. What a time for Nicky Rowe, his second of the year. And we're back to within 2. What a game this is. That's already what, the 4th homer of this game?
That's the 5th.
Holy cow.
Who needs the home run derby in Upper Valley?
We're basically, we got that
here tonight.
Holy cow. Wow, that ball, again, like you said, maybe a fly out some other parts, a low in the zone, and it's a good pitch, but Romano just kind of flares at it, and that is the easiest part of the ballpark to get a ball out over there at sort of right center field.
Now it's up is Chandler Tupou, who watches the first one upstairs for ball 1.
Pitcher's worst nightmare this day is
the warm day at Alumni Field.
Yeah, right. It's
1-0 pitches fouled off.
No real wind either. I look at the American flag over there on top of the scoreboard. There's not really anything going on over there when it comes to wind direction. I mean, I don't have a wind sock, but
home plate umpire.
Rhodes
getting some new balls. AJ Petritis. It's his least favorite part of pitching when that has to happen.
Probably. Yeah, he likes to move fast, doesn't he?
He loves it. Here's the 1-1. Tupou with a hard line drive out into the gap in left center, but cutting it off and making the catch is Polinsky.
A little unlucky there for Tupou. Just put it right to a spot where there was a guy. That's a center cut heater that he's able to do damage with. He sent it the other way. Tupou can send it to all fields. That one off the barrel, 94, 309 feet. Almost would have one-hopped the wall. But man, that's about as center cut can get.
So it brings up TJ Schuyler, looking to keep the inning going. As
remember, if you haven't done it yet, vote for him to put him in the All-Star game. He's in the lead right now, but we want to keep it that way. It's easy. Head to the NECBL on Instagram. That's the account. Or scan that QR code. Hashtag VoteTJ, everybody. Great graphic put up there by Ryan Hearn. We'll throw that one up there. Make sure you guys all get a chance to scan that and vote for TJ. Get your phones out, everybody.
Schuyler jumps ahead in the count.
You know, I'm really not happy with Petritis here. He's not giving us enough time to promote our guy. He's pitching too darn fast for us to leave the graphic up there.
AJ Petritis, a guy who was built for the pitch clock. Here's the 3-0. Schuyler chops this one on the left side, fielded by Lopez. The throw over is in time for the 3rd out of the inning. Nick Romano brings them back within 2 runs on the solo home run. 5-3 the score. We go to the top of the 5th.
Errors, nobody left on base. SwampBat fans, how are we feeling tonight? I said SwampBat fans, how are we feeling tonight? That's what I thought. Thank you so much for coming to our All Faith night. We got a fan favorite game, the Find Your Shoe race, and we have quite a cast of characters from our baseball buddies, the Keene 9U All-Stars. You guys know what you're doing. When I say go, find your shoes. 3, 2, 1, go! We have some sandals, we have some Crocs, and they're all quick. Who's it gonna be? I see 2 shoes on, I see 2 sandals on, and we have our winner. Lucky ticket time, ladies and gentlemen. For a $25 gift card to Applebee's. 638-7921. 638-7921.
Back for the top of the 5th inning. You see the sun starting to go down here at Alumni
Great
Field.
shot. Wow.
Pitcher's got to be
cool is
excited
that?
for the temperature to maybe drop a little bit.
Yeah, but I don't know if the offenses are going to cool down. It seems like the hitters have the pitchers' numbers today. We've already seen 5 homers in this game, 3 of which from Keene have been solo homers. And Nelfi Lopez had a solo shot, but Bobby Stang started the party with that 3-run blast in the first.
And due up for the SteepleCats, it'll be Natividad, Robinson, and Polinsky. Natividad, he hit the first home run of the year for North Adams. It was a home run here at Keene, Alumni Field.
I remember that. That was a long time ago.
Very long time ago. Feels like a long
It basically
time ago.
was. I've got to scroll all the way back, or flip all the way back, rather.
June 9th is my guess. No looking. Go to June 9th.
You are, I believe you're incorrect, but I think you're pretty close. The correct answer is June 11th.
2 days off.
Yeah, it was 3 hits for the SteepleCats that day, 1 run. Nelfi Lopez actually led off that game, so he's found a little bit better success this time. He was 0 for 4 that day, but a little bit better this time around.
I believe that was his first start on the season.
I think it was. That sounds right. Back in the time when the SwampBats had Dylan Cupp on their roster before he left due to an injury.
Reminiscing. It's nostalgic for
I
it
know.
already.
I'm going to scroll back and remember. I'm going to kind of flip back and just remember stories and what happened at all these games. Go back and talk about it with my family when I'm done here. I'm excited for that. I'm going to scroll through, and if I ever lose this book, I'll be very sad, because this has every baseball game I've ever called at the collegiate level, ever thus far.
Here's the 0-1 to Natividad, and that gets a piece, and man, he is a ball magnet. 11th time being hit by a pitch this season.
I'd love to see another look at that. Maybe just tagged his jersey or something. Didn't look like it really hit him there, but John McKenna's going to come out and ask for some clarification with Devin Rhodes. Let's see another look at this.
So me and Rocco Pellegrino, Vermont's broadcaster.
That doesn't seem to be the right one, but yeah, we'll see. It just looks, here we go. Now we got to look at it. Let's see what happened. Yeah, he leaned into that one pretty hard.
And wow, we'll get to the wow. They have Jalen Hernandez, who is from Winthrop.
Yep,
and
he's good at that too, I think.
Gabe Natividad, also from Winthrop.
Yeah, maybe that's a.
They said their coach, he has him. They're not allowed to back out of a pitch.
Huh.
If it runs inside, he will get on them for getting out of the way.
I feel like there's a fine line between letting it hit you and hitting it.
But
and
we've said the Winthrop player hit by pitch is like a running gag in a sitcom.
Yeah, right.
With how often it happens.
I guess. I've already seen a couple of double plays. It would be nice for the SwampBats if they can get one here.
Robinson completely lost balance on the check swing, but he's able to keep the bat from going around, and he moves ahead 3-0.
He's clearly not a Winthrop guy because he backed out of that one. Guess that's not how they do it at UCF.
Here's the 3-0. Red light, and it's in the dirt. So 2 runners on to start the top of the 5th inning for North Adams. It was the recipe for success back in the first when they got the 2 free passes, and then Stang hit the 3-run home run.
And Sean McKenna is going to call a mound meeting with his infield here. Not sure if this is going to be a bring somebody in the game. I don't think anybody's hot down there right now. I think this is just to buy him some time and start getting somebody warm. Don't know who it's going to be, but Sean McKenna, TJ Schuyler, and John Malone are having some discussion out there. Not sure who's in line to pitch today. I think we might see Jaden Barricaro today. And a chance to see James Lordeye as well, we might see.
Malone gets the pat on the back.
Andrew Lapine looks like he's starting to throw as well. They got to leave him out right now. Nobody's warm.
Having confidence he can work through this, keep it in striking distance for this Keene offense. Just felt like it's on the verge of breaking through today. Already hit 3 home runs, just got to fill up the base paths. Polinsky squares around a bunt. That misses inside. He's able to pull it back. Or, sorry, excuse me, in there for strike 1, as although he pulled it back, which was called a strike.
Interesting to see him think about laying down a bunt here. We'll see. Go to it again, but just misses a little upstairs.
North Adams, throughout the 10-2 month of July, they have really been using the sacrifice bunt more and more, getting pretty good at it. Malone takes a look back at Natividad. Here's the 1-1. Polinsky squares around again. That one misses down low.
Good reactions to pull it back in time, too. And a great take. That didn't miss by much.
North Adams feeling the pressure of Keene as they've been chipping away all day. Here's the 2-1. This one's grounded back up the middle. Scooped up by Bell. He steps on the bag for 1, over to first for 2, but the throw gets away from Tupou, and in to score is Natividad. And Polinsky will move up to second.
They got the out at second, but just unfortunate. That had to be a tough throw for Bell. That will be a throwing error, and now it's 6-3. But great play to even get that out at second. Wow, did they say, hold on. I don't think he got the out at second.
They
out like he did.
Out of play. That's Polinsky standing on second. He was not able to move up to third. Robinson was the runner retired at second.
I see. So yeah, they just didn't have it on the scoreboard. That'll be a fun one to score here.
So the SteepleCats get their 6th run on a game as Mike Toth will look to expand with Polinsky standing on second base. The 1-0, swing and a miss.
So Natividad scores on E6 as Polinsky gets to second on E6 as well. Let's see what Michael Toth has.
The 1-1 just misses in there for a strike. A delayed call
it was.
by the home plate umpire Rhodes. And now a chance to put Toth away. Malone comes set. Gets the sign from the backstop. Schuyler takes a look at Polinsky. Kicks and deals. Polinsky takes off for third. Toth lines one back up the middle, and it's over the glove of Reese. Rounding third is Polinsky, and he will score standing up. Mike Toth comes through with an RBI single.
Big time. 4-run game. Now it's 7-3 in favor of North Adams. This team has the number of Keene right now, but just got past a diving Ripken Reese. It almost got to Malone's glove as well, but margin of inches right there for the Bats, and the inning continues.
So the largest lead of the game for the SteepleCats, up by 4 in the top of the 5th. Here's the first pitch to Quinn Ahern. The strike in there at the knees. Ahern 1 for 2 on the day. Single in the second, ground out in the third. And he falls behind 0-2 after 2 called strikes.
Get a quick strikeout here. You know that Ahern's going to be swinging. You got Arias on deck, who's 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout looking. There's a pathway to get out of this.
Malone with the 0-2 pitch. Ahern, soft roller down the third base line. Tough play for Romano, but he makes an incredible throw for the third out.
What a throw, out. Nicky Rowe. Holy cow. That's impressive. I mean, just to be able to put that throw that accurate on the run, he is going as fast as he can, and great stretch from Tupou as well. Wow. Great body control from both those corner infielders. That's incredible.
Owen Arias now up to the plate, and he takes strike one on the breaking ball.
Just kind of froze him, not really offering at that, and making sure Malone can throw him a strike at first. That's the, I guess, approach right now for Arias. Two different approaches here at the plate for these two teams.
Arias slices this one off foul. And now one more strike needed for Malone to get out of the top of the fifth.
Quick moving game here, relatively.
Yeah, for having 10 runs on the board.
Right.
So this is as fast as a 10-run game through 4.5 innings can go. Here's the 0-2. Misses off the plate.
That's okay for a miss pitch, to be honest, from Malone. He's got some issues with the baseballs. I don't know, that's the second one they just discarded. Pitcher's very particular about that.
It's all about the grip.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, for good reason. Like, that's nothing wrong with that, I don't think.
It's half the battle.
Right.
Toth the runner on second. A 1-2 count to Owen Arias. Malone kicks and fires. Arias able to stay alive.
I just saw Skyler point back at second. I think Toth might be taking too big of a lead over there. We'll see what Skyler does here, if he initiates some sort of back pick.
Reese is near the bag. Gonna go home with it. Arias slow roller in the infield grass. Gonna be a really tough play, but it's in time. What a throw by Bell to end the inning. That ball completely died on the infield grass, but excellent hustle and an accurate throw. Two more come across for the SteepleCats in the fifth inning. 7-3 our score. We go to the bottom of the fifth.
What makes a great team hat? It starts with a Z. For decades, Zephyr has been making the most iconic headwear in the game, trusted by teams, colleges, and pros. We cut out the middlemen and work directly with our manufacturers, so you get top quality, fast turnaround, and prices that make sense. From bold designs to unbeatable fit, Zephyr hats are built to match the quality of your team, right down to the last stitch. Zephyr Team Headwear, born from experience, built for teams that stand out.
Just had the SwampBat mobile rolling around here at Alumni Field.
That's a classic. Driven by the director of game day operations, Liam Follett. It has nets, so he doesn't get pelted by tennis balls, but people can buy a tennis ball, and if they toss it, they'll pick a lucky winner out of the ones that end up in the car, and then there you go. You win something. I don't know what the prize is, but it's something.
SteepleCats offense has been hot today, and Keene's been staying within arm's distance, but they trail by 4 after 2 more come in to score in the top of the fifth. So an inning in which they're looking to answer quickly rather than having to do it in the late stages. But AJ Petritis has been commanding the strike zone all day, and it's really just been the 3 solo shots.
Yeah, I mean, you just look at the efficiency of Petritis. He's faced 17 batters, he's allowed 3 runs, but those have all been dink and dunk solo shots. And when your team is able to extend their lead to 4 in the top of the fifth right there, that is a big help for you as a starter. And still no movement in the North Adams bullpen. I don't think they need to get anybody moving as long as Petritis is giving up dink and dunk singles, solo shots. They're going to be okay with that because the offense is doing their job and giving him some run support.
His most recent outing got through 6 innings, only giving up 1 earned run. Look to repeat that here, of course, the 3 earned runs. If he was pitching at home tonight, could be a 0 spot.
Probably, honestly. I mean, maybe there's 1 or 2 that gets out for the Bats. Probably just one, maybe a Herring shot.
Bell hits this one high in the air behind the first base bag in foul territory. Moving back is Arias, and he makes the catch. Or that is a defensive replacement. Alex Mendez is in the game for North Adams now.
Yeah, Ahern's day is done, it looks like.
Ball finds him immediately for the first out of the inning.
Wonder if that's a hitting decision, as Ahern is 1 for 3.
So the lineup flips over to Marshall Lipsy, who got Petrides with the long ball his last time up.
Alex Mendez, nice play on that too.
Petrides kicks and fires. Misses off the plate. And a rare 2-0 count to a SwampBat hitter so far in this one.
Yeah, 2 balls to start, and now Lipsy needs to capitalize on this. You have to work your way on at this point in this AB.
The 2-0 just misses outside. The first 3-0 count to a SwampBats hitter all game.
That's at least what I remember. I think you're right on that. Just like I saw Andrew Lapine warming up over there.
Petrides looks to find the zone, and he does so.
Auto take. You know you can throw one right down the middle. Lipsy, no need to swing and waste the at-bat. If you put one on the ground, then you've wasted a 3-0 count. So now 3-1, prime hitters count. You know the bat's going to be moving.
Lipsy fouls it back behind the netting, and Petrides has battled all the way back, looking to avoid giving up his first free pass of the night.
Now you just got to see what you can jump on. If your Lipsy have to expand the zone, that was a good pitch right on the edge. Just caught that outside half.
Here's the payoff. Lipsy lines this one the other way. Max Polinsky moving in, and he makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
Just efficiency. This is really impressive from Petrides. Getting what he needs to do done, and outs are outs at this point. He's not really struck out too many. He struck out the first batter of the game, and that's the only strikeout to this point. He's just inducing contact that's finding his fielders out there behind him. So that's all you need to do as a pitcher.
His last time out in that outing against Sanford, only gave up 1 walk in that one, struck out 4. No walks, but only 1 strikeout here today. Always trusting that North Adams defense behind him.
Herring maybe stepped out of that one a little early. It was a good sinker from a righty.
Petrides comes home, and that misses in the dirt.
Rather a cutter, I believe. This is that one low.
The 1-1. That one misses below the strike zone. Jack Herring, 2 for 2 on the day. He's really had Petrides' number. Home run in the first, gone with a single in the third.
At this point, you need to get on and then hope one of your teammates can put one over the wall to change this game.
This one's grounded hard and past the glove of Thompson. The 3rd hit of the day for Jack Herring.
Well done from Jack Herring. He's earning his all. He's absolutely proving why he deserves to be an all-star this year, which he's going to be. But wow, I mean, that is a hard hit ball. 97 off the bat, right through the gap on the right side of the infield. That's impressive stuff. Herring so efficient from both sides. And here's another efficient guy. Manolfi seems he's almost working his way on base for every other time he's up to the plate. He's getting on.
990 OPS coming into this game tonight. The first pitch misses down low to him.
That looked like one that we have seen Rhodes call today, but it looked like Arias sort of popped it down below the zone and then tried to drag it back up, which is not something you want to do as a catcher. You want to work through the ball, start low, and finish high.
The TJ Schuyler School of Framing.
You know, that's...
This one's popped high in the air.
You learn a couple of things from watching.
And that will get out of play.
Sometimes I still like to put on the old gear, catch my friends if they want to pitch, and simulate like you're actually doing something that matters, even though you're just catching. But
would you catch any of these guys throwing 90 plus?
I want to try. I don't think I'd do very well, but I want to give it a try just to see how I'd fare. Obviously, I don't have my gear. I don't think I'd do very well. I'm not blocking that, for example. I mean, that's 81 miles an hour. That is getting past me, and Herring is on second base. He's probably on third, to be honest. I'm not that fast either, so. but I'd love to give it a shot. I probably won't be able to, but would love to.
Manolfi looking to extend the inning. Gets this one hard out into left field. Chasing it is Polinsky, and it's over the outstretched arm. It rolls all the way to the wall. Rounding third is Herring. He's sent home. The throw home is not in time. The SwampBats still fighting back. It's 7-4.
Ty Manolfi, what a day. Finally gets on the board with his first hit, and it could not come at a better time. Brings the Bats to within 3, a hard hit ball. Again, going the other way, just flaring. It was an outside pitch just on the edge of the zone. Have a look. He just gets it going the other way, and a good effort from Polinsky, but it just tipped off of his glove. That's a really hard play to make. Nice throw in, but bobbling the transfer was Arias. He had a chance, and Herring was right through there. That's a big swing in this game. But Manolfi, 22 RBI now on the year. That is incredible. And Herring scoring all the way from first.
Ripken Reese looking to keep it going. Manolfi's in scoring position. This one's popped high in the air into foul territory down the left field line. Giving chase is Natividad, but he's unable to run it down.
And that's basically an impossible play to make on both of those. That's so tough for Polinsky. Maybe didn't get the jump that he needed to go get it, but you can't fault him for letting that one fall. That's just a good piece of hitting.
Yeah, especially the North Adams outfield slightly shifted over towards left field, facing the left-handed hitter. Manolfi doing an excellent job. Great piece of opposite field hitting. And the SwampBats feeling life again. Trying to cut it back down to 2 is Ripken Reese. Here's the 0-1. This one's fouled off behind home plate.
And Reese has really just started, in the last probably 2-3 weeks, has started putting really confident swings on the baseball. He has been super consistent. He's been in the lineup every day, where he maybe wasn't at the start of the year. He saw spot usage, but has really seen that role increase, especially with Dylan Cupp gone as well.
Detritus with the 0-2. Just misses upstairs.
This team had to get creative when one of their best hitters in Dylan Cupp, one of their best players in Dylan Cupp, went out with that hand injury that sent him home. And they've done pretty well in spite of it, I'd say.
Detritus kicks and fires. A looper past the glove of Melfi Lopez. They are sending Manolfi home. The throw home is offline, and Keene has cut it to 2.
Great send from Sean McKenna. A slow-moving ball came off the very end of that bat at 60 miles an hour. Not sure if that's going to turn into firewood, but he golfed at it, I mean, completely, and a great effort from Lopez. And then Polinsky with a throw, just it got eaten up by the grass, no chance, and Manolfi is there to bring home the second run of the inning. Just back and forth these two teams go.
So the pitching coach, Brian Rosario, going to go out to talk to A.J. Detritus and try and get him through this 5th inning. Brian Rosario, the pitching coach, back from his vacation to the Dominican Republic.
Hey.
He's from the Dominican Republic.
There you go, going back home for a little bit in the summer.
So it had been Robert Jutris going out to the mound to do the meetings the last week. But the regular man back out there to try and help Detritus through this.
We'll see what the adjustment is, but looks like a little bit of movement in the SteepleCats bullpen.
Brendan Morris.
Yep, it's number 45, a hard-throwing right-hander out of Colorado Mesa.
Got the little point from
there you go.
Brian Rosario. Nice to see him back. Great guy to
Seems
talk
like
to.
a cool dude.
He's a character.
Yeah, oh, I bet. So what O'Brien's got. Different bat this time.
Tying run comes to the plate in the form of Michael O'Brien. They're going to check over on Reese. He slides back in safely.
It's a big moment for Michael O'Brien. He has been able to deliver this year, but would love to give his team a spark and maybe put one over the wall if he can. If he gets one to hit, watch out.
The first pitch misses outside, I should say. O'Brien already with 1 home run against the SteepleCats on the season. That first game back on June 11th, as we discovered. Went yard in that one. Here's the 1-0. Check swing, called a strike.
That's right, that's his most recent homer.
The 1-1 is going to be fouled off behind home plate.
Just missed it. Maybe a little late and definitely under it.
You could see he was frustrated. He wants
like
that back.
I knew I had it, but I think he had it timed up well, just tipped it the slightest bit.
So those 2 runs the SteepleCats scored in the top of the 5th, proving to be 2 very important insurance runs, especially if Petrides can work through O'Brien here and put an end to the inning. It's been 3 consecutive hits from the SwampBats. O'Brien looking to make it 4. Petrides winds and deals. Runner takes off for second. The throw down from Arias is not in time. It's a stolen base for Ripken Reese.
That's number 5 on the year. For a guy who plays some catcher and some middle infield, he has some great speed. And 5 for 7 now on steals. And with 2 away, that helps tremendously for O'Brien.
So yet another runner in scoring position in the inning. Michael O'Brien looking to do damage. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. O'Brien hits this one high out towards left field, pushing Polinsky back. It's drifting, but it hangs up at the track. Polinsky makes the catch, and the inning is over. But not before Keene able to strike for 2 more. Back and forth game, 7-5. We head to the top of the 6th.
2 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors, 1 man left on base.
Tonight, Sweeping the Bases is proudly brought to you by the people at Dream Clean 123, the Greater Monadnock Region's premier cleaning services. Just like your house, a baseball field can always use a good cleaning. Let's hear it for Ribby and Brett as they make sure SwampBat baseball is always played on a clean field.
Lucky ticket time, ladies and gentlemen, for Cheshire Fair family 4-pack of tickets. 412-646. 412-646. Bring that to the swamp shop. You get your Cheshire Fair family 4-pack of tickets. 412-646.
Let's send it down to Ryan Fitzpatrick for an update on the field.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of year. Yes, the All-Star Game is coming up very shortly, and this is a very special one for the Keene SwampBats as they're sending 9 All-Stars to the game, and including their coaching staff. But there's a chance for 1 more in TJ Schuyler. Go to the NECBL's Instagram, at NECBL on Instagram, to vote for TJ Schuyler on the fan vote. Go ahead and make your vote heard, so to get the 10th member of the SwampBats into the All-Star Game. Back to you guys.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan. Well, man, I mean, goodness. TJ Schuyler would be the 10th All-Star on this SwampBats team. How about that number, huh?
That is a very crazy
It's pretty
number.
solid, I'd say.
But when you're that far ahead in the North Division, can you really argue with it? I mean, the Keene has dominated all season long.
And, well, you've got Coach Sean McKenna as well as the head coach and the manager for the team as well.
New arm in the game for the SwampBats. It's Andrew Lapine.
So, Subby, as he's called, he's a submarine pitcher. And Lapine most recently threw, he's a right-handed arm, most recently threw in the win against Sanford on July 10th. Won only a third of an inning, allowed 2 runs on 3 hits, and he struck out 1. But his best appearance of the year was when he went 4 innings and got the win, faced 15 batters against Bristol on July 5th. Didn't allow a run, only 1 hit, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Incredible stuff.
The first pitch was fouled off by Thompson, so it's an 0-1 count. Lapine misses off the plate there.
We've been delivered some cookies here in the press box, and this is something that has happened before here. We've been delivered some peanut butter cake. Now it's some cookies here, so we're going to try these.
Thompson loops this one into left center for a single, his first hit of the game.
It's cookie time.
Very simple approach there from JT Thompson, not trying to do too much. Got a pitch coming in at a slower velocity at 83.
Wow.
Just throwing the barrel out there.
That's a good cookie. I wouldn't say he really got a cookie to hit there. Yeah, slower one right on the edge from Lapine. After facing Chaffee and Malone, who both run it up in the 90s, going down on that submarine arm slot for guys, it can be tough.
Lopez chops this one slowly. The only play is going to be at first. Good decision making by Reese there to get the out.
I mean, great play. Sped it up, and Reese knew that he had to rush in for it. That's great fielding from the SwampBats second baseman. That's impressive stuff.
So it essentially works as a type of a bunt from Lopez.
It's an effective at bat. You got your guy over, and you sacrificed yourself in the process, but with none away, and as the first hitter of an inning, that's totally okay.
So the big power hitter, Bobby Stang, up to the dish. Here's Lapine's first pitch, Lapine, I should say, and that's in there for a strike. Stang had the 3-run home run all the way back in the first inning. Here's Lapine's 0-1, and Stang's under it and fouls it off.
And you can see that at 71 miles an hour out of the hand. It's such a tough adjustment for a hitter who's been seeing both sides of the plate. I mean, pretty well. You definitely saw Chaffee on that righty-lefty matchup. Didn't get a hit against Malone, but now with Lapine, and he waves and misses and goes down on strikes. That is just Lapine going to work. 72 miles an hour. It's not something that I don't think you can ever take for granted. Just watch. It's sort of a dying breed. Not a lot of submarine pitchers left, so it's kind of a diamond in the rough thing, and it's a total weapon for the SwampBats to have in Lapine.
That arm angle is so deceptive. Got Stang to go down on strikes. So Gabe Natividad looking to come through and give the SteepleCats some more insurance.
It's not just the angle either. It's just Lapine is tremendously talented.
That's in there for a strike at 69 miles per hour.
That's his breaking ball. He's got a fastball that goes up to 81, sometimes even 82. He's able to sling it from almost where you would expect a softball pitcher to throw, right down by the knee.
Here's Lapine's 0-1.
That's
fouled off.
Oh, that kick got drilled right in the foot. He's going to walk that one off, but wow, I saw that one coming. That was a heat-seeking missile over there.
Just glad they got him in the foot and not higher up.
Well, we've seen it happen before. We saw a kid get just domed in the back of the head earlier in the year. He was okay.
Natividad with a high fly ball out into center field. Marshall Lipsy moves to his right back at the wall, and he secures the final out of the inning. Quick inning of work for Andrew Lapine as we go to the bottom of the 6th. 7-5 the score.
We are Keene State. Here, we believe that everyone is welcome and anything is possible.
Look closer. We are a tight-knit community, an inclusive community, where people can be their true selves. Bring your ability, background, culture, or traditions, whatever makes you you.
You already have what it takes. Welcome to Keene State.
So AJ Petrides' day has come to an end after 5 innings pitched. Gave up 8 hits and 5 earned runs. A 7-5 game as Brendan Morris will take over on the hill, the first relief pitcher of the game for North Adams.
The most interesting part about Petrides' day, no walks and a single strikeout. Just hits, he allowed runs, sure, but the best part about that is that he had run support. That is huge. This game looks totally different if the bats don't wake up. This is one of the better hitting performances we've seen all year, I think, from North Adams.
So Brendan Morris coming into the game with a 6.75 ERA. His last time out against Valley, pitched 1 1/3 inning, gave up 2 earned runs. Last 3 outings, he's given up at least 1 earned run. So Morris looking to end that streak here at Alumni Field with a Keene team that's heating up with the bats as this game goes along.
Yeah, they got 2 back in that 5th, and we'll see what the new arm has. It's going to be a tough challenge with Romano, who's already put one over the fence today, looking for a second, and his 3rd on the year.
Morris went 2 innings pitched of scoreless work the last time he faced the SwampBats on June 25th in the 6-0 shutout at home for the SteepleCats. And leading off the inning is Nick Romano. Romano pops this one up out of play and foul. Romano left the park his last time up. Solo home run out to center field.
Yeah, Morris is a sinker baller, has a little bit of a break on that, slider, and lots of down and in movement on the changeup. Down and away to a left-handed hitter, and he goes with the changeup there, going over a foot on that break.
Morris winds and deals. Here's the 1-1. This one's popped in the air. Once again in foul territory, and that will get out of play as Natividad has been running long after some foul balls, and none of them have hung up for him to even have an attempt to make a catch on.
Romano has a chance to really put a charge in this game here.
Here's the 1-2. Romano goes the other way. It's over the head of Natividad. A leadoff single, just what the SwampBats needed while trailing by 2.
That's going to do just fine. Now Tupou, who has hit the ball hard today, 2 flyouts and a line out, very hard hit line out to left field. If he can get one down here, maybe in the corner, if he can pull it, put it into the corner, then Romano has a chance to get to third or even score, which would be really tremendous here at this point for the Bats. But North Adams just has to pitch to soft contact like they've done all day. And Petritis may be a little more inclined to do that. Morris likes to attack guys with high velocity.
Morris comes set. Here's the 1-0 pitch. This one's hit high in the air out towards left field. Going back is Polinsky, and he makes the catch near the wall. And with the way that the ball's been carrying today, every fly ball feels like it has a chance. But as the sun's gone down and temperatures dropped a little bit, they're starting to hang up.
Yeah, I think Tupou was really close to that one. Sent it the other way again. Middle and low in the zone. It's a perfect pitch to swing at as a lefty coming across the plate. Maybe a little late on it. Didn't get as much contact as you want. That's a really well-hit ball.
So it brings up TJ Schuyler, and I feel like you might have something you want to say.
Yeah, remember, I will continue to say this. I will be very sad if any of you watching do not go and do this, especially if you have an Instagram account and you are too lazy. Remember, TJ Schuyler, we want to help send him to the All-Star game with the NECBL fan vote. So you can go to @the NECBL on Instagram. Look for the post with the SwampBats logo in it. Should be right towards the top there. Go to the comments on your phone and look for TJ Schuyler. Click his name to help send him to the All-Star game. That's on this Sunday as well.
2-0 pitch misses below the knees. Falling behind 3-0 is Brendan Morris to Schuyler. Schuyler 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs to this point. Morris looking to throw a strike here. Schuyler squared her on to bunt. The pitch is in there for a strike as he pulled it back.
A couple of moans and groans from the SwampBat crowd.
And I think Schuyler may have visually made his strike zone look smaller there by squaring around.
Yeah, just called a strike anyway. Maybe looked to me like he pulled it back in time. Maybe it was close.
Here's Morris's 3-1, and that misses outside. Low, I should say. Keene is in business here as the go-ahead run comes to the plate in the form of Andrew Bell.
Well, Andrew Bell had perhaps the best hitting day of the year. He's kind of struggled at the plate, but was great. Had 3 hits, all of them very hard hit, right back up the middle at Upper Valley on Saturday. If he sends one that way, it has a chance to score Romano here, and that makes it a 1-run game. We'll see what he's got. It's a good first pitch to take. Not a lot you can do with it if you're not expecting it. Right on the black.
Morris, much slower worker than Petritis, taking his time, especially with 2 runners on. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one's flied out into shallow left field, and Polinsky dashes in and makes the catch for the second out. He's been getting a lot of work out there.
Yeah, he's seen a lot of action. It's his 6th putout, I should say, of the day. He had one over there that he barely missed on the chase down as well. Now let's see what Marshall Lipsy has in store. The FAU man, originally out of Texas, from Longview, Texas.
Homered back in the third. And boy, oh boy,
here.
if he did it again here, this place would come to life. 0-2 misses, or I should say the 1-0. I missed outside. So the count is now 1-0. Tripping up on my words a little bit.
Well, you got the 0 and the 2 right next to each other on the scoreboard. I've made that mistake before. That's a common one.
Lipsy just behind that one, fouls it off.
A little late, dropped the barrel, and he has such a powerful swing that he can use the velocity of a fastball coming in on him to do real damage.
It's Romano on second, Skyler on first. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one's grounded on the left side, scooped up by Natividad. He's gonna go the long way with it, and he does so successfully. So Brendan Morris able to strand 2 and keep it a 7-5 game. We go to the top of the 7th, where Andrew Hillsman will take back over on play-by-play and have us the rest of the way.
SwampBats fans, hitting 5 innings is bringing kick speed to Keene. Hitting is a different kind of internet player. You get your very own dedicated connection that delivers the same ultra-fast upload and download speed. Plus, you're going to love this. There's no contract to tie you down and no hidden fees to trip you up. So you own the bandwidth to power all your TV, laptop, smartphones, and smart home devices. All at the same time. Order today at
We'll look to the booth here. What's up, everybody? Top of the 7th here at Alumni Field. It's the SteepleCats day thus far. 7-5. It's a close game. But man, it just feels like that was a missed opportunity from Keene in that bottom of the 6th. They've got more chances, but maybe running out of time here in this game.
And if you're North Adams, you do not want to take your foot off the gas pedal. You cannot feel safe with a 2-run lead. Anything could happen in the late stages of any CBL games, especially here on a field like Alumni Field with a team like the Keene SwampBats. You've got to have the mentality to pour on more and break this one open here.
Especially with Lepine's efficiency out there on the mound. We'll see who's going to come in to throw after Lepine. We will see how it goes. Looks like Cordero's up and throwing right now, but I don't think he's going to come in because he threw on Saturday. We might see Ben Dean come in. Haven't seen him in a little bit. The Cheshire County Cannon. He hasn't thrown in quite a while. Hasn't thrown since the Vermont game last week. So first offering to Corey Robinson is just a little high. Just misses. 1-0 from Lepine to Robinson. This is down and in. I'm now hearing that TJ Schuyler has 46% of the vote on the Instagram page, which is good news to us, but let's see if we can get it to 50. Keep voting, people. Let's go. 2-0, ground ball off of the shin of Robinson. It's out of play. I know I've already put my vote in for TJ Schuyler.
I won't disclose.
I mean, it's okay. It's okay. You feel like it would be 2-1 to Robinson is a strike. That's a great pitch. I feel like it's probably smart for you to vote for your own guy. We'll let that one slide. Lepine ready, not taking too much time. 2-2, wave and a miss on the off-speed pitch. Down goes Robinson.
And that is just such a great pitch. 71 miles per hour, a ton of movement, perfectly placed at the knees, on the corner on the outside part of the plate. Just nothing you can do if you're Corey Robinson.
Yeah, not much. Just kind of made him look silly there, did Lepine. Almost 20 inches of break on that offering. That is absurd. First pitch, a strike to Max Polinsky. You imagine that you might be able to see the right-handed arm slot of Lapine a little better.
Yeah, the righties have had not even a shot so far. It was Thompson, the lefty, who got the only hit off Lapine so far.
See what Polinsky has, who's 4 for 16, or rather 5 for 17 in his time as a SteepleCat. Young SteepleCat here this year. Called strike 3, down goes Polinsky, 2 in a row for Lapine.
Just like that, he is really feeling it. He has all 3 of his pitches working. What an outing by Lapine. And we're going to have a
strikeout.
Pinch hitter for North Adams, Nolan DeAndre, in the game off the bench.
DeAndre will come in for the designated hitter, Michael Toth. First offering misses, and DeAndre on the year at his stats. Towards the bottom, only 5 for 42 on the year. Maybe they are thinking that he might be able to see better than Toth, or Toth, excuse me, who also has struggled a little bit at the plate. One after the first pitch strike, or after the second pitch strike. And this is a little bit away. 5 for 42 on the year with the 2 doubles and 4 RBI for Nolan DeAndre.
And Toth had a good day. 1 for 2, a single, a walk, a fly out.
Swing and a miss on the changeup from Lapine, or the curveball from Lapine. I don't even really know what it is.
Inventing his own pitches.
Lapine, strike 3. 3 straight Ks for Andrew Lapine, and he struts off the mound. His 4th strikeout. Bottom of the 7th, Bats down by 2. Jack Herring, Ty Manolfi, and Ripken Reese up to the plate here in the bottom of the 7th as we're in the 7th inning stretch. And the Keene fans enjoying their time here at Alumni Field. A couple of these nights left. I think the SwampBats have 5 home games left. It's crazy to see how fast this year has just flown right by. But still a postseason chase, hopefully for the Bats. Hopefully for the SteepleCats as well. They're playing their way in to stay consistent, but making a case for themselves. That doubleheader that they'll play against Upper Valley tomorrow is going to be pretty crucial, like we mentioned earlier. See what Herring can come up with against Brendan Morris. He waves past the first offering. Morris pretty effective, allowed a single in his first batter that he faced, Romano, and then walked Skyler, but got 3 outs. That one misses high. 5 good innings from A.J. Petritis. Morris, probably the tallest guy on the team now. That
Tristan Helmick might have him beat by a little bit, but he's probably the 2nd tallest guy.
Got a strike right on the outside corner to Herring. It's 1-2. Righty, not really taking his time. Morris is ready. Hands above the head, now he fires. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, down goes Herring.
And what a start for Brendan Morris. Ramped the fastball up there to 90 miles per hour. We have not seen him live in the 90s very much this season, but he gave it everything he had right there for a huge first out in the 7th.
A little bit of movement in North Adams bullpen. It's a 2-run game, very even thus far. 5 runs on 9 hits for the Bats, 7 runs on 8 hits for the SteepleCats. Here's Timon Olfey. Ground ball, second base. Thompson picks it up. Throw to first, easily in time, 2 away.
Morris watched Lapine go out there, get 3 outs in very efficient fashion. He's trying to match him as he's through 2 on just 5 pitches in the inning.
It's pretty close. Here's Ripken Reese, who has a couple of singles and an RBI today. Reese 2 for 3.
Stolen base as well. Doing a little bit of everything.
Look at the bullpen. Where there is Thomas Sullivan warming up for the SteepleCats as that one's fouled out of play, 0-1. If Reese can pop up his 6th homer of the year, that would also be pretty big with 2 away. Bats scored both of their runs in the 5th with 2 out. The 0-1. Waves and misses, maybe lost the grip a little bit. He'll ask for the stick of pine tar to make sure that doesn't happen again. But 0-2 with 2 away, have to expand the zone here. 90 miles an hour on the high and away fastball.
He's feeling it in this inning.
Yes, he is. See if he can put him away. 1-2-3. Needs 1 more strike. Here's the 0-2. High away. Good offering. See if Ripken will chase at it.
It's a good place to miss. You want to miss above the zone if you throw the fastball.
It's a chance to draw swings and misses, and that's a tough pitch to do anything with. 1-2. Reese ground ball, hard hit, but it's picked up by Mendez, and he'll take it himself for out number 3. Big inning there from Brendan Morris. Keeps the score at 7-5 in favor of North Adams when we head to the top of the 8th.
The Richard Group is a proud sponsor of SwampBats baseball. The Richard Group has helped local families and businesses with their home, auto, and business insurance for decades. Prepare for tomorrow by contacting them today.
There's a look at the Cheshire County Cannon. Number 9, the hometown kid, Ben Dean. One of the hardest throwers on this team, committed to go to Duke next year. He's going to look to come in and provide some solid pitching for the Bats as they look to keep this one at a 2-run ball game.
The SteepleCats got to be ready to hit the fastball in this inning. Get their hands around quick and try and get to Ben Dean.
Dean, a 6'3", 215 right-in. You can hear how much the crowd loves this guy. Grew up in Swansea, New Hampshire, went to Monadnock High School, just about 15 minutes away from here at Alumni Field. Grew up coming to these games and watching these SwampBats go to work. He said it's a dream come true and just special for him to be able to pitch in front of these home fans, and he's had a heck of a year. Earned himself an All-Stars nomination as a relief pitcher. 4-0 on the year, 1.28 the ERA in 7 games. 14 innings pitched, 20 strikeouts to 7 walks, and only 4 hits.
This game very much in reach for the SwampBats. Trailing by 2 runs, but yet got 6 outs left to play with. SteepleCats bullpen that has been prone to giving up some big innings this season in the later stages of games. This Keene team has been so good at home this year. It's going to be a tough one for North Adams to close out, and it would be a lot of help if they can get some insurance here in the 8th.
Alex Mendez will be the first to challenge Ben Dean at Mount St. Mary's University, senior from Jupiter, Florida. It's his first at-bat of the day, so he hasn't seen anything else that might help him. And Dean ready from the third base side of the rubber. First pitch, a fastball at 93. That's low for Ben Dean. He's electric to watch. He's fun. He's going to see some highlights when you see Dean come out to the mound. Here's the 0-1 on its way to Mendez. In the dirt, was with the changeup that time.
And Mendez has really gotten so much better as the season went on. He had 346 this past year at Mount St. Mary's, and he didn't get a hit through his first 17 at-bats of the season, but he's had 3 multi-hit games in the month of July.
Here's Dean. Fastball, misses low, 92.
Ever since he snapped that streak, he has been a completely different hitter.
Mendez at a 200 average on the year. Here's the 2-1 from Ben Dean. Fastball right by the barrel, 94 that time. 2-2. Even count. See where Dean goes. He gets the sign from Skyler, and now comes set. Misses high. Runs it full.
It's crazy just how much the difference between a 90-mile-per-hour pitch and a 94-mile-per-hour pitch is. It's 4 miles per hour, but it's literally night and day.
Full count offering. Here's the payoff. Fouled back, and think about the difference between 95 or 94 and 70, which is what these guys were just seeing from Andrew Lapine from a totally different arm slot.
Good strategy by the SwampBats.
Something that they've seen work all year. Can it work here? 3-2. Off speed, misses high for ball 4.
That is such a patient at-bat from Alex Mendez. You saw
Yeah, that's
all
good.
fastballs until you get the breaking ball in the 3-2 count and you're able to lay off. I don't know how you do that.
Me neither. Just missed a little high. Now you hear Arias being told, hey, be ready for it, with Mendez leading off a first. They lay down a bunt. Dean will pick it up, throw to first. In time, almost hits Arias, but they get the out as Mendez moves up to second.
That one wouldn't have felt good.
No.
As the flamethrower on the mound, also a hard throw over to first. A really good bunt from Owen Arias. Put it in the perfect spot to move that runner into scoring position.
Removes the possibility of the double play along with it. JT Thompson to the plate. He's scored once, he has a single. And he's 1 for 3. Came into this game 264, 9 RBI, no homers. Down and in that time on the fastball. Andrew Hillsman, Luke Carter here with you. It's Ben Dean looking to keep this one close for the Bats. They've got Michael O'Brien, Nick Romano, and Chandler Tupou due up in the bottom of the 8th. Looking to claw their way back. Here's the 1-0 from Dean. Fastball right down the middle. 93. And TJ Schuyler's going to come out and have a chat with him, maybe discuss some strategy. Fastball that missed or hit low in the zone. Schuyler will see what strategy he comes up with. Rutgers man JT Thompson.
Transferring to Abilene Christian, his hometown. He's from Abilene, Texas.
Play for the hometown team. It's always fun. Ball and a strike. Here's Dean. Fastball right by him. 94 again.
Thompson trying to catch up.
Look at what pitch it is, then you look to the radar gun. That'll tell you. Fouled that one back. Ball and 2 strikes. It's the 1-2. High chopper up the middle. Bell fields it on a hop, throws to first, out number 2.
Yeah, this middle infield's done an excellent job. Shouldn't just exclusively say the middle, because the third baseman Romano has been fantastic today too, but charging in on balls that have been softly hit. They have been so aggressive and made accurate throws all day, preventing any infield hits for the North Adams team.
The infield grass is notoriously long here. It can eat up ground balls that spend too much time down there, but that time Bell plays it well and gets the out. Runner 90 feet away from scoring is Alex Mendez, with Nelfi Lopez up to the plate, who's 2 for 5 yesterday and is 1 for 3 today with a homer. First pitch to him, a bloop single, and that gets down, and that'll score a run. As the SteepleCats now lead 8-5.
And Nelfi Lopez has been having a day today. Got his first home run back in the 4th inning. That time just doing enough to bring home a huge insurance run to push the lead back up to 3. The All-Star doing it all.
Keene went down and in with the fastball, and Lopez, to his credit, got to it, just put it into no man's land in short center field. So fresh count to the power hitter, Bobby Stang. Power's provided here. Goes off speed, and it misses high for ball 1. No more movement in the SteepleCats bullpen. Got to wonder if maybe their guy Sullivan is ready to go. This one gets away from Skyler, and that will mean Lopez takes second easily. They get the strike.
It's exactly where that fastball needs to be from Dean. Bobby Stang loves a fastball in the inner part of the plate. If he hit that outside corner, he's going to struggle with it. You saw the swing and the miss there.
Nats trail 8-5. That was a pass ball. Dean is ready with a runner on second and 2 away. The 1-1 to Stang. Off speed right there.
Froze him. Completely looked at the fastball there. And how could you not?
You have to if you have any chance to step up to it. Stang a Dayton guy, Dean a former Dayton guy as well. These guys know each other. Well, right now all bets are off. There's the 1-2. Down and in, or down and away rather. Time right at 94.
Game of mental chess between these two here, right?
Where will he go? Does he go with the heater again? Double up. Here's the 2-2. Down he goes on the swing. Stang whiffs at 94.
Big smile from him.
Yeah. Dean escapes it with a runner on second. But the SteepleCats get a crucial run. It's a 3-run ball game. We head to the bottom of the 8th.
Okay, folks, it's that time.
Quiros drills it to right field, and it is gone!
The new pitcher for the SteepleCats. It's Tommy Sullivan with Michael O'Brien, Nick Romano, and Chandler Tupou due up here in the bottom of the 8th. Sullivan with a 7.42 ERA in his 12 appearances this year. He's really an inning at a time guy. 13 1/3 innings pitched. High strikeout, low walk. 17 and 7 on that with 19 hits allowed. Let's see what he's got.
Tommy Sullivan, his last outing against Valley, pitched 2 innings, and he struggled in the first inning. He gave up 2 earned runs, but North Adams was essentially out of arms in that game, and they had to send him back out for a second inning, and he locked it down in the second inning, got the last 3 outs needed to cap off the win against Valley. And he'll try and carry that over here, protecting a 3-run lead against the SwampBats.
Franklin Pierce guy, so a local guy. Franklin Pierce in Ringe, New Hampshire, not too far away from here. Sullivan, a righty, there's number 35, 87 mile an hour. He's a sinker baller. Slider, cutter action, and a nice curveball as well, and a changeup to add onto it. So a 4-pitch mix that the Bats hitters will have to contend with. See what O'Brien has in store.
Base runners is the name of the game for the SwampBats. Needing 3 runs. Only 6 outs left to play around with.
Gotta get guys on early. A solo shot doesn't help you a ton. can change. First pitch from Sullivan. Ground ball right side. Fielded on a hop by Mendez, and now the bats are down to 5 outs. I like the approach, though, from O'Brien. First pitch swing, see if he can make something happen.
Huge first out for Tommy Sullivan. Such a weight lifted off your shoulder when you're able to retire that first batter. The whole rest of the inning just feels so much easier.
Bats with the best record in the NACBL at 22-10. Adams looking to creep ever closer to 500.
North Adams winning the season series to this point between these two teams at 2-1.
First pitch from Sullivan to Romano is a strike. That time catches the high away corner. Romano selected as a reserve shortstop in the All-Star game. Of 9 SwampBat players, you can make it 10 by voting for TJ Schuyler on the Instagram page.
See, Tommy Sullivan, he issued that mound meeting. That wasn't an Arias decision. He waved him out there.
They're talking strategy. Try and retire a guy who's already hit a homer today. He's 2 for 3 with a single and a long bomb. Romano coming off of a 2 RBI game on Saturday at Upper Valley. 2 RBI double in that contest.
Romano's also made some fantastic plays at the hot corner as well, doing a little bit of everything. Look at the
He's an
SteepleCats
all-around guy. Yep.
It's David Johnson getting loose.
Probably the goal is
maybe the closer.
Yeah. Already 1 away for Sullivan here in this outing for him. So efficient thus far. We'll see if Romano can change that. 0-1 to the Bats' third baseman. Waves at one in the dirt. He was fooled on the changeup. It's a great pitch. Bats just running out of time. Shaking off the catcher is Sullivan. Now he gets the sign and comes. He'll step off. Now they're ready. 0-2 to Romano. Missed just outside. That one did not catch the plate. Tupou on deck. He's 0 for 3.
Really good take by Romano. It's so easy to expand that zone when you're down 0-2. It's a close fastball, but it was a ball. An excellent take.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. With Tupou on deck. In the dirt, ball 2. Is it even? Romano just needs to get on base any way he can. He's been hitting the ball well today. Had a single the other way and had a homer as well. 2-2. Missed high at the letters. Romano with great ABs putting together right here.
Down 0-2, battled all the way back. Massive payoff pitch incoming.
High leverage moment, 3-run game. Here's the 3-2 from Sullivan. Ground ball stays alive with a foul.
And that's that opposite hand changeup down below the zone. Such a hard pitch to get to. Romano somehow able to just stay alive, hook that one foul.
The speed difference, he was probably sitting fastball and just had to pound it in the dirt. Make sure he gets another chance. So Sullivan ready. Romano is charged up. Here's the 3-2. Off speed, and he draws a walk.
What an at-bat from Nick Romano. So patient.
Brings up Tupou with 1 away. He's 0 for 3, but he's been hitting the opposite field every single time thus far. He's been hitting the ball hard as well. Takes strike 1, catches the outside part. Tupou is ready as a good play approached. Swings and hits one foul left field line. Polinsky will chase after it a little bit. Lets it go foul, nothing in 2 with 1 away. Skyler on deck with Bell to follow. Sullivan doesn't agree with the sign. Now he will nod and come set. Nothing in 2. Ground ball, left side. This is going to be a tough play. Bare hand throw to first. What a play from Gabe Natividad.
Unbelievable. If the SteepleCats go on to win this game, you can look at that play right there. The bare hand throw on the money, just in time.
Barely beat him. We'll have another look at it. High chopper and rushing in on it. Pitcher let him get it. That is phenomenal stuff from the infielder for the SteepleCats. It moves Romano to second, but they get out number 2 with TJ Skyler to the plate.
Such little margin for error on a play like that. Natividad executing to perfection.
3-run lead for the SteepleCats as Skyler spits on one outside. Final attendance, 925 for tonight. It was a hot one. Bats looking to send these home fans happy with a comeback. 1-0. That's a strike.
I think Romano on second was wondering for the umpire, when's the pitch clock violation going to come there?
Yeah.
Sullivan holding
He's
the ball.
taken a long time. Imagine that Sean McKennon's wondering the same thing. There's Tommy Sullivan, and he'll step away.
No physical clock on display in the NACBL. Up to the umpire's discretion.
That one high. It's the third base umpire. Today is Anthony Benham, has a stopwatch.
Expect there'll be discussion during the offseason this year whether you got to get rid of it or you got to make everyone have a physical clock.
2-1. Skyler grounds this one. Could be another play. Throw to first. What a shot. Gabe Natividad ends the inning, and it's still a 3-run advantage for the SteepleCats. We go to the top of the 9th as Ben Dean will look to keep it at 3 runs.
Live better with the indoor comfort of Mitsubishi Electric Mini Split by Bergeron Mechanical Systems. Visit them at the fully interactive showroom here at Keene at 216 Marlborough Street or online at gobergeron.com. And tell them Riri sent you.
See what Ben Dean has in the top of the 9th, looking to keep this a 3-run game and force the SteepleCats closer to make the save.
North Adams with a huge insurance run in that 8th inning on the Nelfi Lopez RBI single. Why not tack on more? Can't feel comfortable with anything, especially with playing the SwampBats at home. They've just been such a force at Alumni Field.
14-1 when designated as the home team, 15-2 at Alumni Field here in 2025. The best home record in the league, and the best record in the league to boot.
But it's been the pesky Cats that have given the SwampBats trouble all season long, and not to get ahead of anything, but you take a look at that matchup. If playoffs, the SteepleCats, the 4 seed, Keene Keene's the 1 seed. Could be a little dicey.
I believe, if my memory is correct, I think it's the top 8 teams, regardless of division. I want to say that. I feel like that's what I read. I could be wrong on that, but I think that's right. They pick the playoff teams from the top 4 teams, but then they just throw them all into one, and I think they do a single-sided bracket. Because sometimes, you know, you're not always going to get parity between divisions.
Precisely, as we've seen this
exactly,
season.
yeah. The South Division has teams that are closer to 500. That one misses down and away to the leadoff batter of the 9th here, Gabe Natividad, who made 2 phenomenal plays to record a couple of outs in the bottom of the 8th.
That barehanded play
Steal
was
some outs. That was pretty tremendous. Misses high, 93. Two-0 pitch from Dean. High fly ball into the night sky. Herring doesn't have to move very far. Trot in and make the catch for out number 1.
Just slid under that one, was Natividad. Unable to get the barrel on plane as the fastball was elevated by Dean. It was over the middle of the plate, but it was in a good enough spot up in the zone to get Natividad out.
They had to reach for it. At that speed, it's tough to catch up to. This will bring up the 5-hole hitter, Corey Robinson, who has a single. He's 1 for 3, and he's scored a run today as well on a wild pitch back in the 3rd. No pitch from Dean on the way with nobody on. Fastball right by the barrel. And Robinson just has so much ride that it misses barrels.
Robinson's a guy who loves to hit the fastball. He's always looking for it, but you mentioned that ride up in the zone. He's just unable to stay on plane with it.
Great arm side run on it as well. Early on the breaking ball. That time it's foul and it's 1-2.
And I don't think you show Corey another fastball the rest of the at-bat.
Seems like he's on
until
it.
you get to if you get to a full count.
Right. Yeah, unless he's on it, you probably got to go to something else. 1-2. Misses a little high.
And if you're going to throw it, that's where you throw it.
Can't put it in a spot you want to go down and in or down middle. Anywhere in the middle is bad here for Dean. Good for Robinson. 2-2. That one in the dirt. Spiked it a little bit. Went with a breaking ball that stuck on the fingers, and now maybe you go back to the fastball.
Corey's eyes are going to be lighting up. He'll be sitting dead red. Interesting to see if he'll get it or not.
Dean's ready. 3-2. Foul tip into Skyler's mitt for strike 3, and there's 2 away.
What a job by Skyler. I saw him give some sort of hand signal. I think he was trying to help Dean with the composure, help him deliver a strike, and then hangs on to the foul tip. I think you should maybe go vote for him.
I would
That's
say
in
so.
something.
I think so. You see it up there on the top of our little scoreboard, top left of your screen. Follow the instructions. Go vote for TJ Skyler. First pitch is down and into Max Polinsky. If you're tired of hearing about voting for TJ Skyler, I really don't care, because you're going to continue to hear about it for the rest of the week. 1-0, fastball right there for a strike. Great pitch. Late stages of this game, 9-13 here in Keene, New Hampshire. It's a 1-1 count with 2 away. Dean looking to keep it to 3 runs. This is a little in, just off the inside half. The fans don't love it. It's a great pitch, though, from Dean. If Max Polinsky can come up with something to keep this inning alive, that's huge for the SteepleCats. 2-1. Swings and moves it over to Reese. Good fielding play, gets under it and throws to Tupou for out number 3. As the SteepleCats go 1-2-3, we're going to the bottom of the 9th here in Keene, New Hampshire. there's the story of the game. Early success for the SteepleCats with 3 runs on that homer from Bobby staying all the way back in the first when the sun was still out. And Tommy Sullivan will look to end this one for the SteepleCats and send the Bats home with their second home team loss of the year. But Andrew Bell is going to come out of this game, and now it's going to be Connor Peak, the new guy, into the game for his first at bat as a SwampBat. 5'10", 200-pound right-handed hitter. Committed to go to Georgetown next year. Spent the last couple of years at Holy Cross and was phenomenal. He hit .330 in 2025 with Holy Cross.
And with a 3-run cushion for Sullivan, it's all about throwing strikes. Get yourself into trouble if you work with the free pass. Let runners get on with the walk, and then have the pressure of having that tying or go-ahead run come to the plate. Stay around the strike zone and trust this defense that's done an excellent job all day behind you.
He was an All-Patriot League second-teamer this past spring. And as a junior in 2025 with Holy Cross, 40 total appearances, 36 starts as an outfielder. Career high, hit .331, hit 2 homers, and drove in 28 runs while scoring 34 of his own. Missed his junior year in 2024 due to injury. His first summer ball season in a couple of years, but he is ready to make an impact. We'll see what he has in his first at-bat as a SwampBat here in 2025. Righty-righty matchup, and Connor Peak will take strike 1.
Great spot from Tommy Sullivan on the first pitch of the inning. Painting the corners, showing he's still got something in the tank and ready to slam the door on the SwampBats.
See if Connor's got some magic in his bat. No swing, appeal down to second, and that was pretty clear. Drew Hill did not go. Or rather, Drew Hill says he did not go.
Drew Hill up to bat, pinch hitter, the umpire.
Honestly, maybe he's still got some swings. I doubt it, but he makes the right call there. It's 1-1. Good take from Connor Peak. If you're hitting .330 in the Patriot League and in any college baseball, you've got some good plate discipline. See if he has enough to work himself on base for the first time this year. 2-1. That's a strike. Very late call from Devin Rhodes, and it's 2-2.
Close one there. Borderline pitch. Sullivan gets the call. Now he's looking to put him away.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Connor Peak. Swing and a miss, down he goes. 1 away, and the Bats are down to their last 2 outs with Marshall Lipsy and Jack Herring due up.
Have to go through that ever so dangerous top of the SwampBats order. It's going to be no easy task for Sullivan.
Especially look at the future, and with North Adams having to play 2 games tomorrow, if they can get through this game using only 3 pitchers, that is huge.
But what a job by Sullivan to get a strikeout for the first out of the inning. That's huge. If you let that 9-hole hitter, pinch hitter get on for the top of the lineup, then they have all the confidence in the world. It's a big out. And a big pitch there.
Lipsy late on a high and away fastball. It's 0-1. Lipsy has a solo shot back in the 3rd. He's 1 for 4 on the day after a 1 for 5 outing on Saturday at Upper Valley. 0-1 with 1 away as Sullivan running out of time here. You got to imagine that that pitch clock is dwindling. The 0-1. Swing and a ground ball right side. Picked up by Thompson, covering the bag, and he's out. That was a close play over there at first. Good job by Sullivan to cover the bag. And if we can get another look at it.
He was a little late to cover too, but he got on his horse to get over to first and win the football.
Have a look at what we saw. Lipsy, a very speedy guy. Almost a nice play by the first baseman, and it's a bang-bang play.
Also, I'm just glad Sullivan was able to get his leg out of the way.
Yeah.
Could have been a dangerous one.
So now Jack Herring, the SwampBats, possibly their last hope of the night. And head coach Sean McKenna wants to talk to Drew Hill about this. He thinks that Lipsy was safe, and it was close from up here.
I heard something along the lines of something about wanting to go home.
Yeah, McKenna didn't like the call. There's no doubting that. It's a bang-bang play. Looked like it almost even close to a tie from up here. It's so hard to tell from over here. The call on the field is the call. That's what we got. And here's Herring, who started this game off with a homer in the first. Singled and scored in the fifth. And there's a first pitch strike. Nothing one. Fouled back, and the bats are down to their very last strike.
Gonna move ahead 3-1 on the season series to the #1 team in the league. SwampBats might have a kryptonite if Tommy Sullivan can get this last strike.
Herring, who leads the league in homers, needs something to stay alive here. And that misses away. Good take by Herring on 0-2. Has to put together something. It will be an amazing job if he can get on base here. 1-2. Takes low.
Patient. Jack Herring not wanting this game to end. Believing in his team that they can put together some 2-out magic. That's back-to-back excellent takes.
Bats have Manolfi on deck and Ripken Reese in the hole. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's Sullivan. Missed it outside, it runs it full. This could be the last pitch of the game here. After an 0-2 count, we're at full. We're all full. Here's the 3-2. Foul back, and we'll do it again. Another payoff pitch from Sullivan.
You can feel the frustration mounting for Sullivan. Got ahead 0-2, 3 really good takes in a row. And then he just gets a piece of the breaking ball in the zone. Jack Herring not going down without a fight.
Pitch number 7 in this at-bat. Here's Sullivan. Called strike 3, down he goes. And that is the game as the SteepleCats win 8-5. They got on the bats early with 3 in the first, and they take their second win, or their third win of the year against the Bats, the top team in the North. We'll come back to recap this game on the other side of this break, but the SteepleCats win. They move to 15-16. Bats fall to 22-11. 8-5, your final.
Well, that was SteepleCats, 8 runs, 9 hits. No earned, 7 left for base. SwampBats, 5 runs, 9 hits. 2 errors, and 6 runs left on base. And the pitcher, Potatoes, goes to Sullivan. Thank you for joining us tonight. SwampBats' next home game will be Thursday night when we host the Mystic Schooners. Meantime, don't forget, go to Instagram and vote for TJ Schuyler. Good night, and please travel home safely.
Final score 8-5 in favor of the North Adams SteepleCats. They improve close to 500 on the year. They're up to 15-16. Bats move to 22-11 on the year. And a really good win from the SteepleCats all around. And great start as AJ Petritis is rewarded with a win. 5 innings pitched, 8 hits, 5 earned runs, no walks and a strikeout. But Tommy Sullivan comes in with the 2 innings save, strikes out 2, doesn't allow a hit or a run, only walks 1. Great pitching and quick pitching from the North Adams SteepleCats all night.
Yeah, what a win for North Adams. To think they're just 1 game behind 500 when they started off the month of July, going into it 4-14, and now they sit at 15-16. What a run it has been for the SteepleCats. And tomorrow at home against Upper Valley, a chance for 500 and to overtake that number 3 spot in the North Division.
Yep, Keene will head to Vermont tomorrow on the road. They'll head over to Recreation Field and play a 9-inning contest against the Mountaineers. So Keene will look to bounce back against the lowest team in the North Division. On the other hand, North Adams has a doubleheader against the Upper Valley Nighthawks tomorrow. That'll be a fun one to watch at Joe Wolf Field. Winning pitcher today is A.J. Petritis. As we said, losing pitcher is Evan Chafee, and Tommy Sullivan comes in to get the save in 2 innings. Well, that's all we've got here from Keene, New Hampshire. Keene 8-9 since their 14-2 start. Tough loss against the North Adams SteepleCats. Final score 8-5. For everybody involved in this production, for our producer Mike Kelleher, our lead camera operator, all of our camera operators, and of course my color commentator and good friend Luke Carter, that's all we've got. I'm Andrew Hilton saying so long and good night from Alumni Field. Thanks for watching this presentation of ESPN Plus. This is a copyrighted broadcast of the New England Collegiate Baseball League. Good night, everybody.